Okay, so we are live, guys. We are live. Welcome to the special edition of Here We Go with That Chit Again. Okay, I told you when I had something good, I'd be putting it up. I'm not going to be talking about no bullshit. Okay, featuring Craig Harris and our very special guest, Digital Foundry, and you understand why I'm saying that. Okay, but before I do that, let me do there's a couple people in chat already. Octavius, welcome. Bionatron, welcome. Playbox, welcome. I'm glad you could make it. Okay. We appreciate you. Okay, so before I get into the first subject, okay, it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this podcast tonight. All right. As you all know, the past 2 or 3 weeks on Twitter and YouTube have been nothing short of typical Xbot behavior. Okay. That's another reason why I got Craig here. Okay. Where every time a new PlayStation exclusive comes out, the fanboys and the execs at Xbox are crying about something just to sway the momentum. Okay, it happens every time. As I've said many times, this console war has personally affected these console warriors. Mentally, honestly, it has. Okay, it has brought out some of the worst of this community. And most importantly, it has given us, okay, our daily, it does give us our daily entertainment, but that's not the best part of it, okay? So, since they're crying all the time, I got something special for them, okay? Cry babies, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Cry babies, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Sorry, I had to do that. I watched Bad Boys 2 last night, and they were just doing that, and it just made me and it just, when I knew I was going to do this podcast, and I knew they were crying and whining, I just had to do it. But I just had to change it from Bad Boys, because they are crybabies. You know what I'm saying? So I think now we need to invest in the tissue companies. I mean, you already did what? Preparation H.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get the Town one yet?
I got S.E. Johnson Wax and General Electric. So
okay, and well, we're gonna need something from like Scott Tissue or something.
Correct.
We're gonna need that. We need the tissue company so we can pass that shit out because they're crying a river over there. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. I'm wondering, okay, how many Xbot fanboys, okay, have lost sleep? I'm wondering how many Xbox fanboys have had nightmares about Insomniac games at night. Okay. And the funny part about it all is the Xbox fanboys love Insomniac games when they made Sunset Overdrive. The only problem was even they didn't support it. They loved it, but they didn't support it. Okay. This isn't about Spider-Man or Insomniac games. Okay. This is about a bitter community that wants bragging rights because there's nothing to brag about on the Xbox. Sorry. To me, them rumbusters and booty goons are still ass hurt.
Yeah.
That's why I asked Craig if you had those things available because you got to get it straight. So,
yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, I just had to get that out. Okay. We'll move on to the first topic. Craig, did you want to add anything to that before we move on to the first topic?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Shout out to the chat. Good to see y'all day and Ice Queen and Veratron. And shout out to everybody. Mr. 229, always a pleasure.
Garuda.
Having me. Yeah, Grudy Legends. Yeah. And big shout out to Ryan the Professional, King Thrash, the rest of the Council podcast, Royal Flush Gaming. Just everybody out there that's been keeping it funky fresh. Big shout out to the Red Dragon for what he accomplished a couple days ago. So and shout out to Insomniac Games. Looks like they've delivered a really good game with Spider-Man.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go on. Okay. The first topic is gonna be all the talk about downgrades. Okay. All the talk about puddles. All the talk from people, yeah, exactly, puddles. Come on now. All the talk about seeing a few pictures just to say the game was downgraded. Okay. Well, I was on Any Given Sunday podcast with Hard 8. I gave my thoughts about why it was a dumb statement by misinformed people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I also had schooled people on who Insomniac Games exactly is, okay? Because they were dumb. Come on. So I had school people again. In case you don't know or didn't have a PS2 or PS3 people, these are some of the best developers to grace gaming, okay? They push the hardware on both the PS2 and the PS3. They did. Okay, go back and even look at some of those games if you still have one of those consoles and put in. You'll see the graphics are still very good for those two consoles. Okay, they pushed it. They always do. Okay, they even used every resource available on the Xbox to deliver Sunset Overdrive, which I thought was a fantastic game. I loved it. I went back and played it over and over again. Okay, so I had no doubt in my mind that Spider-Man was in good hands. Okay. I'm going to get back to my thoughts on some of this. But before I do that, because sometimes I go on and I don't give people a chance to talk until the end. So I'm going to give my thoughts. So I'm going to, I want to get Craig's opinion on, what is your opinion about Digital Foundry proving the Xbox fanboys wrong, for one, and the silence the silence we all saw yesterday on Twitter from these fanboys. It kind of funny. They got real quiet. What are your thoughts on those two things before I finish my my rant?
Well, I mean, Digital Foundry is what most everybody was waiting on. They had already done one thing from E3, and it's kind of like, okay, well, now they have the final code, so let's check out what they're going to do. So, yeah, they really grabbed that bull by the horn, and they drug it down. I mean, within 3 minutes of that video, you already knew there was no. I mean, it's like a friend of mine had said to me. He was like, "Look, you know, when they would put up those two pictures of him like hanging above the puddles, one outfit looked like it was artificial, and the other outfit looked like it was cloth." And I'm like, "Well, the one on the left looks like it's cloth, and you could actually see." Shout out to Sick Humor. You could actually see the actual physical look that Spider-Man has. He had more textures in his suit and everything. And the one I remember, the other picture looked artificial. It was bright. His outfit looked shiny, and it's like it's cloth, so it should not be shiny like at all. So it looked like when they said it was a lighting change. Well, to me, that made more sense. So, but Digital Foundry confirmed that. Unfortunately, you got a group of people that have gone from being gamers to software engineers to financial experts. Now they're back into their software engineer mode. So, and it's just it's good what Digital Foundry did, but did not shock me because Peter Parker's suits are cloth, except the Iron Spider. So, expect some shine on the Iron Spider. That should shimmer, but not his cloth suits. It's, that's crazy. But I'm glad Digital Foundry did what they did, because it did shut a lot of people up. As far as it being silent yesterday, that's almost to be expected. But they're still going to get it. I mean, like I said, what that one guy said, he giving them 72 hours to apologize. If not, they're going to get it. That's all this person said. So he said he got screenshots and a video of them in their podcast saying stuff was downgraded. And just to me, if you said the game was downgraded, then just come out and man up or woman up, whatever you want to call it. It's just, you got it wrong. You were wrong. It's time to move on.
But see, that's why we got to hand out these L's, because they don't want to apologize. Yeah. They don't want to. And then they'll do it again with the next game that comes out. They'll start the same shit all over again. And like you said, they think they're experts.
Yeah.
and they're not. So I agree with that. And yeah, I agree. They should come out and finally man up or woman up, whoever it was, and say, listen, I got it wrong. But the other thing they need to do in the future is just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wait and see what the developers have to say. Why are you acting like you're the developer and you're in that room with them doing what they're doing?
Yeah. Well, they had a tough they've had a tough 10 days. Go back to, because you know what they were ramping up to with the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They were really starting to ramp up to say that this is the best version of this game on the X, so forth and so on. Then the NVIDIA came out with their 2080 Ti. They hired a man named Ray Tracing, and they just came out and took a dump all over them because they showed that game running in 4K and 60 frames per second with HDR. And it's just like, this is the definitive version. Then they showed it with ray tracing on it. Like, it even looked better. So they had to pull back from that. Then they get the whole thing with Spider-Man. So they immediately latched onto that. Well, maybe. And like Tim Dog got caught on Twitter, literally saying, well, hey, look, maybe this will pull the score down because we can't have this game doing. Pretty much they don't want the game to succeed because they don't have it, because they're a bunch of simps. So it's to me, it's really good that everybody saw this. Now, you're correct, but when, The Last of Us Part 2 will come out. Some of them will say something. Mm-hmm. But now people will just say, you know what? Shut up. If they would shut up and just play their games, what would there to be? What could people say? What would anybody have to say? So it's them. They are the problem. They are a big problem, but they got exposed this, the last 3 days, 2 or 3 days.
That's the problem. They're always getting exposed. And that's why I wait till I got something real good. And then here we go with that shit again. That's why I called it that. Because here we go again. It happens every time. So with that being said, I want to add a little bit after what Craig said, his thoughts, okay? The one thing, I find it funny how so many Xbox fanboys were up in arms about Spider-Man when most of these people haven't even supported Spider-Man games in the past. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean. Did these people play Maximum Carnage, Separation Anxiety, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Unlimited, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, The Amazing Spider-Man, or Spider-Man Web of Time? Did any of these people even care that Spider-Man had been on numerous fighting games? Did they? No, they didn't. Okay, so to me, all I see are booty goons complaining about too much ass hurt. Okay, well, stop taking in the ass. The ass won't hurt. Okay, seriously. Okay, and I'm sick of these so-called experts like Dealer and Colt leading the fanboys with all their fake high-tech talk. It's fake, people. It's fake. We have to remember Dealer was the one booty goon who said particles weren't in video games any generation before the 7th gen. Okay. Now, how stupid is that? Ignoring that particles have been around since games like Defender were out.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Okay. These fanboys nitpick shit just because it's not on Xbox. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like this generation is their setup for next generation to damage and control even more. Okay. That's just my feeling because they don't stop. Okay. But what we need to learn from this is people like Dealer and the rest of these booty goon gang, okay, are going to do the exact same shit every time a new PlayStation exclusive comes out, okay? And even if it's not exclusive and it's multiplayer, they're going to still say they got the best version. Remember that, okay? Remember, they got the best version, okay? I mean, this shit was done when, when the Order 1886 came out. It was done when God of War came out, okay? It was done when Gran Turismo Sports came out. The story never changes. The L's never stop being served, okay? Which brings me straight to the next topic. But Craig, I want to see if you had anything to add about what I said about, even the particles or them not supporting the other Spider-Man games. And I heard they were getting one, but it was a retarded one. So there you go. So take your L. You got a Spider-Man. It's just not going to be as good as ours. So, boo.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it really serves that the people need to understand not to listen to these guys. I mean, there are people online who did not understand that Sony actually owned the Spider-Man IP. Like they were being argued. They still think Marvel owns that IP. It's like, no, they don't. Now, their shared arrangement with Marvel as of when they get done filming Spider-Man Far From Home, it's over. Sony can just take Peter Parker back. Now, I don't want them to. I hope they don't, but they still can. And then that's why they put Miles Morales' uncle in Homecoming. I think played by Donald Glover played the Prowler. So he was there getting that equipment, going off topic a little bit. The reason why he was in the movie getting equipment so he could just go steal stuff was because he was planning a big job to go to Oscorp. Well, when he goes to Oscorp, a spider gets into his bag and it bites Miles Morales. That's how Miles gets his power. But real quick, honestly, yeah, I just decided it's not that they just don't understand. I don't think they understand the way games are made. And they have access to people who are in school for development and actually work in the industry, and they won't talk to them. People talking about ambient occlusion, which I'm like, all right, what exactly is that? People are like, well, it's a lighting technique. Oh, okay, well, thanks. It's not that big, but Dealer was acting like it was the second coming. Like it had never been done before. So, and like you said, it turns out stuff like that's been around, for at least a decade and a half. So, I
mean, even if you're young, all you have to do, young or old, just go back and look up history.
Yeah.
Of gaming. If you're that much of a gamer, you look up the history of gaming, where it came from, what happened, how it changed, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me say, hey, what up, Ryan Bear, King Thrash, Voice Legend? What's going on?
What's happening? Well, something you said too, Prince, is what really, and you said this weeks ago, and it was profound. You just kind of said it as a throwaway line, but you specifically said they don't know how to enjoy their console. It's just they're constant, and that would explain the constant bedwetting, the constant niffloning, the constant being a dishwasher and complaining all the time because they don't know how to enjoy what they have. Which leads me to say they thought it was going to be something else, and what it is not what they told their fan base. They're the other booty goons. So now they have to constantly damage control and say a bunch of bullshit. It's not accurate, or to be a half truth, and it's unfair, I think, to their subs. But they're not interested in the truth; they're interested in being entertained, and so they sold out being truthful with being entertaining because they're getting money. The bottom line that money is coming in, and they can't make the money if they are honest. Let's just because I can't believe some of the stuff that D Bashful's been a tech guy. I mean, all the stuff he's been wrong about. I mean, it's just dead wrong about. So it's just God damn, they're just stupid. So
that's what I'm saying. But you know what? I hate to say it, but the people who follow them and listen to them and tweet out or retweet what they say, they're just as dumb.
Yeah,
they're just as dumb.
Yep. And I said that this afternoon. I said, look, I got to start questioning the people that are following them. But the shock jock Howard Stern in New York, he did the same thing. He got people to listen because even though they hated him, because people were interested in what he was going to say.
I was never interested. I heard him one time and I was like, turn him off. And never listened to him again.
But a lot of people, and that's what a lot of people are doing. They're like, well, let's see what they're going to say. Well, if they're expecting people who said it was downgraded to come out, I mean, there were some people in the comic book community, they're getting dragged today. I mean, it is bad. It's just people that you all don't follow. They're losing subs. They're coming out begging people like, hey, look, they were wrong, just overall, but they're getting drugged today. And it's like nothing I've ever seen in those message boards. Like, hey, look, you're going to apologize and step up or blah, blah, blah. But there seemed to be a segment that wanted that game to fail because, like you said, they didn't have it on their console. So, And so it's like that guy had tweeted, "You will rule the day. You didn't put Spider-Man on the world's most powerful console." That's still the best tweet I've ever seen. Hello.
Ryan, unfortunately, I must have missed that. I apologize. Can you send me the link to that? No, Ryan had a debate with Dealer, and I want to see that shit. I must have missed it.
Yeah, that was last night.
I was watching my movie last night. That's probably why I missed it. God damn. Let me tell you something. I discovered something today, which would put all these fucking Xbots that don't play games and talk shit to shame. Okay. An 81-year-old woman has her own channel gaming and talking about gaming and has more sense than they do. And she's 81 years old. She's got sponsors. She does live ads. They sponsoring her and everything. She got more sense than all y'all. And she's 81 years old, still gaming. I subbed to her because I was listening to a couple things. I subbed to her. I'm going to give her support. 81 years old, still gaming. Hell yeah. If somebody deserves support. Shit.
I don't disagree with that.
81 years old. There's another one. She wasn't the only one. There was another one. She was 70-something. There was actually 3 of them. Her name is, guys, if you want to check her out, her name is Shirley Curry. Curry. Just check out. You can see what I'm talking about. There was another one. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. There was another one. Man, she was playing Call of Duties and all that shit. She was like, what, almost 70 years old. And she was doing good. Man, she knew how to sneak attack people. She knew how to flank people. She was good. She's like, okay, I'm going to hide over here. I'm going to check over here. I'm going to do this. So, no, she was moving she was doing real good for her age. And she didn't give a shit about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, take a lesson from these people, okay? They ain't sitting in no chair, bugging people in a rocking chair. No, they're playing games, okay? They're playing games and having fun. And you talk about old women, 70-something, 80-something years old. Come on. Get out your fucking rocker chairs. Get off your little porta potties because you need one because all you're doing is shit and blood all the time. So get out. Go play your damn game and enjoy your console. Yeah. Seriously. Hey, what's up, Breezy Bra? Savage? PF, what's going on, guys?
Baked reflections. Yeah, I don't know. It's just to a point where you just shake your head. It's like, man, people are just, you feel bad for the people who follow them at this point. It's like, man, why y'all following these people?
Well, I do, but I don't because unless they're little kids, if you're over 18 years old, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you could be in college or you could just be going out to the workforce, whatever it is, okay? You should have some sense by then.
Yeah.
And have your own mind. Unless you were taught, just follow the crowd. I don't follow crowds, as you could tell. That's why people hate me. They tell me I'm unprofessional, too. I am? Because I could tell the truth? That's being unprofessional? Okay, whatever. So I'm unprofessional. Because I cuss. So what? I cuss. Walk out the street and see these little kids cussing. Are they unprofessional? Come on. I mean, seriously. I mean, I went off a little tangent, but seriously. Come on. Anyway, who else we got? With Jamal, what's up? Do you have anything else you want to add to that, Craig, before we move on?
We can move on. Like I said, I think Digital Foundry did their Digital Foundry job, and really, there's a lot of scraped elbows and knees, and although I'm gonna start another podcast, it's gonna be called Hit Stop Craig because we can't have press start anymore. So it's gonna be called Hit Stop Craig because after what happened to getting dragged. I mean, so can't have it. Not gonna have it. So. Right,
but just so you know, Craig, you can give out that free smoke.
Oh yeah, no reason to. They've been exposed. The people connected to them have been exposed. So
you just got to realize some people may want to hear that free smoke given out.
I know you're right. You're right. I agree, but I'm trying not to give out free smoke.
Well, if you feel you have to, this is a podcast to do it on.
I
all
understand.
right?
Yeah.
There's no R here. This is rated R here. This ain't rated no PG.
Yeah. Well, he had said that he was going to do a podcast tonight on Switch, and I simply said, "Well, I hope it's not Switch, Twitch." And I said, "Well, I certainly hope it's not downgraded like the Spider-Man game you said was."
That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I like that. It probably will be downgraded. It probably have a shitty connection too.
Well, I hope not.
Let me stop. I'm only playing. No, you know what happens. People say they complain about everybody else's connection. That's the other thing in this community. Oh, it's your connection. No, when you play somebody, it shows your connection and theirs.
Yeah.
And if I got 5 bars and you got 2, it's your motherfucking connection.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's legit. That's a legitimate point.
Yeah, and then you get all that lag and shit. That's one thing I can't stand when people don't have a good connection.
Yeah.
I can't stand it when I'm playing somebody or playing with somebody. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Get your shit fixed and come back, play me later. Get it fixed.
Yeah. That's true. It's a good point.
That's all you got to do. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so we got Xbox executives are still complaining about Fortnite. Okay, while we Craig, don't make me laugh. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, while we are all in the cusp of Spider-Man launching, okay? Yeah. Now, to be honest, I couldn't give a rat's ass less about Fortnite. In fact, I hate when people give me game invites for Fortnite. They do it constantly, all the time. Every time I'm playing something, Fortnite. Stop saying, please, guys. I don't care if you follow me or whatever. Please stop sending me Fortnite invitations because I'm not going to answer them. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I'm tired. One thing I'm tired of seeing Fortnite streams and people building homes during this boring ass game. To me, it's boring. I'm sorry. I tried it. It's boring. Okay. If I didn't try it, I wouldn't say nothing. I tried to play the game, and yeah, more than 5 minutes, people. So don't get your panties in a knot. All right. But anyway, I don't understand why people are crying about crossplay as if it's going to change Xbox charging Xbox users to play a free-to-play game. It's not going to change that. Yeah. And Mike Ybarra had the nerve to get on Twitter and say Sony isn't listening to its fan base. Okay. Now that ticked me off right there, okay? And I'm going to explain why. When I didn't know a single PS4 user who was even pushing the crossplay. I don't, okay? Mm-hmm. So let me ask this before I get into my little rant. Let me ask this. When was the last time Xbox Division actually listened to their gamers? And you're going to love this one, Craig. You're going to love this. And I think everybody here going to love this one. Okay, here we go. When Xbox gamers were begging for Scalebound and complaining about Gears of War having useless microtransaction, when did the Xbox Vision listen to them? Okay. When all the 360 gamers were begging Xbox for an answer to what the Xbox One was going to be at the beginning of this gen, why didn't anybody at the Xbox Division give them an answer? Okay. Let's see. When some of the legit Xbox gamers asked Xbox not to put their games on PC, I'm talking about the legit gamers now, not the Xbots, okay? And to give them more of a reason to value their Xbox, what happened? Oh, that's right. The Xbox Division didn't listen to them either. Okay? Okay. But to put all this in perspective, okay, how could Mike Ybarra forget about last gen when the Xbox Division didn't need Sony and turn Sony down for crossplay? You guys remember that, okay? Does he even realize that PS2 had crossplay? Y'all probably don't know that because y'all aren't real gamers, but check it out, okay? To me, it's no coincidence to me that the crossplay outrage was brought up just days before Spider-Man launched, once again to try to sabotage it. I expect nothing less from the Xbox execs or their user base. So I'm going to ask Craig his opinion on this. The floor is yours. Speak your mind. And once again, give out that free smoke.
Yeah, okay. Well,
No, wait real quick. No, you're gonna get into this. You're gonna tell them what's wrong.
Yeah, well, they're thirsty. I mean, that's just the bottom line. They're thirsty, and it's I've never understood why he or anybody at Xbox thinks they know what's best for other corporations. How does he know that Sony isn't listening to their fan base? If their fan base doesn't want it, then they don't want it. And I'm not here to say that it's just not a priority for them. And yes, they did want it last gen, and Microsoft again said no. Nothing wrong with Microsoft saying no. But I've had people say, well, it's tit for tat and two wrongs don't make a right. And I've said to people, well, it damn well makes it even. But they don't have to do crossplay. Yeah, they don't have to do crossplay for the simple fact that they have enough people on their networks. So it's not like their people are like, man, I can't find the game. If they would do crossplay, I might be able to get a game. But to me, look, they're going to put Game Pass on the PlayStation within the next 18 months, are going to offer it. So maybe at that point, if they say something to Sony, because you have to give Sony an incentive to do it. And if they even come up and say, hey, look, we'll put Halo and Gears and Forza, the big three, on your platform, but you all had to unlock crossplay so people could play cross-platform, people would do it. You won't need Xbox Live to do it. You just go through Game Pass. It's a service. It's like Netflix and Hulu and whatever, Amazon. It'll just be a service on your PlayStation. And that if I'm Sony, that's what I ask for. If I'm Microsoft, that's what I approach them with, because you got to entice them. But nothing surprises me anymore. When Major Nelson comes out there with white gloves and Greenberg, whatever his name is, has got on, friggin' shoes. They've given their people a doll to play with that's got wet pants and, just what else is there for them to really talk about? So, yes, going forward,
Craig, just let you know. You go ahead and continue, but I'm just give me a second because I'm sending Ryan the link.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I'm sending Ryan a link. So go ahead and continue. Go ahead.
King Thrash wants a link too. So
King Thrash wants one? All right.
I think that's in the chat.
All right.
So it's so it doesn't surprise me. It's just it seems like every time an exclusive comes out, they talk about crossplay. And so I don't care if it's Muscle Bound Gamer that's an idiot, or Rich with Review Tech, who, he's talking about it. He's like, Rich's whole point is that, well, it keeps coming up and so forth and so on. And like somebody said in his comment section, it's only coming up because Xbox keeps bringing it up. You don't hear Nintendo bringing it up. You don't hear Sony constantly talking about it. The only people talking about it is the Microsoft community, and it's happening at an executive level. So my whole point has always been, why are they constantly asking for it? It's like every 6 weeks they talk about it, so, and Sony is not going to do it. So instead of them just saying, hey, look, we've asked, they're not going to do it. It's time for us to move on. Something's wrong at this point where they are constantly, they're thirsty. Like I said, I know some brothers that are thirsty, but they not as thirsty as these clowns at Microsoft for some reason. Oh, damn. Fatal Mephisto wants to join too. Oh, yeah. Oink. So somebody says, Destiny saying, I don't want Xbox infecting PlayStation. Yeah, how many times this week has Xbox Live been down? I mean, how many times this week has that shit been down? I mean, that thing goes down more than a elven whore. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Craig, what? No, I'm sorry. Bear, I already sent you that shit on Twitter.
Ugh.
So get with it and stop lagging behind, all right? Move it. You had me interrupt Craig, and he was on the roll. Cut that shit out. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, man, Xbox Live's been down more than an elven whore. So I mean, so And it's not that, so imagine cross-playing on that network, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, we're working on, what did it say today? Something about the cloud. And it's just like, what the hell's going on over there? But ultimately, I don't know. It's going to be, I'll take a turn here. We're getting close to the end of the year. If Red Dead Redemption unlocks some type of, not Red Dead, is it Call of Duty? If it unlocks some type, it's going to be nothing but online play. I guarantee you when Call of Duty comes out, about a week before it comes out, they're going to be bitching about crossplay. So will Bethesda Games with Fallout 76. They'll start bitching about it too. So, and it's just like, if you're a Bethesda Games, just pull your shit off the platform. Say, look, we want you to do crossplay, or we're not going to make Wolfenstein 2 available for you to play. And Sony will say, okay, fine. Have a good day. Go have fun with your, 32 million console Xbox user base that's renting to own consoles. Because I think that's really telling. And people can say, well, Microsoft did that last gen too. And it's like, well, I mean, that means you have surplus. And why do you have surplus? But your competitors, like the Switch is constantly either selling out or it's harder to find. And my God, the Pro, and shout out to Sick Humor, the Pro is sold out or is selling well all over the world, at least on Amazon, at least in that lane. It's selling well on Amazon. So,
I just have a question. What's with this pony hangout?
Oh, well, it is what it is. Bro.
Why are you associating with ponies? I thought we had an agreement, Craig. You got the Ryzen CPU.
Yeah, it's going to be very nice too. I'm telling you, it's going to outperform that i7 and i9. So,
you wait for a hard drive?
Yeah, I'm looking for a hard drive, and then something called RAM,
you get a hard drive for like $60.
Yeah, then I can get something called RAM. That'll be my 6th Infinity Stone, and I can complete the gauntlet.
All right, why are you calling my show a pony podcast? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you coming in here acting up already?
Hey, I don't act up. I just say it how it is, man. What's up?
What's going on? Both Ryan.
What's going on?
Not much. I just had to do this because like I said, I was tired of the whining. So
yeah, I'm surprised you don't see what's happening on Twitter. From what I've been seeing, the internet will never be the same again in the crumb side. No, that's like there's nothing but highlights from the whole dealer versus me shit from last night.
Wow. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I was watching. I didn't see it. I finally decided to watch a movie.
Yeah, I'll send you a snippet of it right here. This is courtesy of a lot of people. I don't know.
Well, I want to see it. I want to see that shit. That's what I said. Send me the link. Yeah.
I sent you the whole link to the video, but this is a little snippet. Yeah, I'm putting in the chat right here. This is a little snippet on Twitter. Enjoy. But yeah, it's funny as shit. What's going on though?
Not much. What are you guys' thoughts on what we were talking about?
Desperation is one hell of a drug. Just look at it like this. Just look at it like this. The market is not in their favor, right? The market's the ocean. Microsoft is literally stranded. They got no boat. They got nothing to fucking grasp onto. They see crossplay as a little tiny ass little piece of wood that can keep them served. That's it. Unfortunately, nobody's driving by and helping them because nobody wants that shit.
Actually, I thought they were in a boat that had a hole in it, and they were just at a bucket bailing the water out.
Nah, I see the boat was gone the moment they showed up to E3 saying that we invested in studios, and we didn't see shit from those studios.
Okay, you got that.
That boat was gone.
So were they on like a little island that just gets washed away every time a wave comes?
I don't even call that an island. I call that a little piece of fucking lumber.
A little piece of lumber. Oh, they're just hanging on the lumber. I get it now. All right. They're just hanging on lumber.
They're already in the water. They're not even safe.
Hey, watch out for that. Watch. You know what they need to watch out? They need to watch out for that Kraken that's lacking.
Shit, nah, they'll survive. Ain't no damn mouth into it. Oh, there's tentacles.
They took the got downgraded. That's a downgrade when you remove something, right? I mean, I don't know. According to some people, they took the Kraken out. So
yeah, they never put that motherfucker in. Shit, That motherfucker is exactly how it is. You can't downgrade any further. That motherfucker shit is.
I know her background noise. What was that, Thresh?
Yeah, that's me. I'm at work and shit. I'm driving and shit. If it's too loud, I'll mute.
Why the hell are you driving on the damn phone? Why you do? Yo, why are you and Sick doing that shit? I don't get it. Why y'all do that shit?
I'm a boss where I work at. I'm going to check up and make sure niggas is doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing.
What, you got promoted?
Boss.
What, you got promoted?
Yeah, I been got promoted. That's why I barely do shit on YouTube as much no more.
Nah, they don't give you no fucking excuse. You ain't got no damn promotion. What's going on?
I'm here.
Nah, that's a lie, motherfucker. You just a lie, motherfucker. Ain't no damn promotion. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Spider-Man comes out. No, is that a little convenient? Spider-Man comes out and they go, "Oh, I got promotion."
Hey, shit.
As
soon as I get off, I'm going to go pick up Spider-Man. As soon as I get off.
Cool.
Pick the Spider-Man up. Playing it.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
It's got two big
Just watch out for those puddles, all right?
Yeah,
hey, listen,
the puddles ain't there no more. The only puddles that's left is these fanboy niggas over there and they tears and shit, making puddles and shit.
I'll never want to hear another grown-ass man bring up puddles after last night. My man talked about algorithm of fucking puddles for 2 hours, and it made no sense.
They don't make sense.
Downgrade with puddles.
But Brian, they don't make sense. That's what I was talking about earlier. They make no sense. They try to talk all this jargon that they know nothing about. They just keep going on and on, thinking somebody's going to think they make sense when they make themselves look more stupid than they did when they first started.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Shit, it was funny.
I think the problem is they're trying to make more sense out of what they're saying because they don't even understand what they're saying.
I don't know. Sometimes I got to pat myself on the back because I don't know. I maintain my fucking sanity in fucking situations that I know people would have lost their shit in. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Man, it's just crazy.
Well, if you think about it too, though, Diller not too much of a heart. I mean, anytime somebody come to a fight with lies, and the fight is based on truth, and then the lie has been solved, it's all on them if they still want to talk about the lie. Damn, nigga, get over it, nigga. You got.
Yo, I actually brought this up. I don't know if you saw that chat with me and Dealer, but I brought this up with Dealer. I said, why do I have the feeling you were going to be back here at square one when Ghost of Tsushima drops? We're going to be talking about fucking the leaves and the trees and shit.
Probably.
Hey, everyone said, well, if the trees look downgraded, yeah, it's going to be a big deal. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What?
You're looking at a beta code that's not finished, so everything may change. You know,
it is an estimate.
Yeah, it's an estimate of what they can do. And I mean, I've never seen anything like it before. But what it comes down to is that they do not want to accept that little bitty 1.8 or 4.2 T-flop console is making their 6 T-flop console look stupid because they told their fan base, they told their crumb snatchers, their bedwetters, their nifflons, and their dishwashers that follow them.
Yeah, this is why I'm laughing at all the motherfuckers talking about specifications for the new Xbox. It's like, nigga, I don't care how many specs this shit. This shit can have a serious overhaul compared to the Xbox One X. You still need the fucking games. You ain't got the games. What's the point?
That's fine.
Yeah, you need the games. Yeah, exactly.
How long are you going to stay in that ecosystem?
I just wanted to give a couple shout outs real quick because quite a few people more joined. We got Das, Shadow, Quan, Jordan, Halo Storm, what's up? All right, Clifton the Colored Milkman. I told you behave yourself, okay? And somebody called Sucking That BBC.
Damn.
So welcome, guys.
Stars and shit up in this motherfucker.
What was that? You bought it out a little bit.
Damn, everybody fucking saying shit.
You're talking sucking BBCs and shit. Like, what's
yeah, that's why I said, he shouldn't be on the phone when he's driving because like it'll bot and shit. But he's fine now. Sound better now. Say something again. No, he like botted out. JP Loco said Thrasher's hosting a roundtable podcast during the beta deal.
Yeah, but
he was.
But see, that's my thing with these people. Like I said before you guys got on. I mean, you got a friggin' 80 1-year-old woman playing games and not talking stupid.
Yeah.
Who still got her senses.
Yeah, some people people like gaming or love gaming that much, and you gotta admire her. She still has that passion for gaming, even though she's at an older age. You know, you gotta admire it.
Yeah,
a lot of people lose that passion, especially when they have kids and grandchildren. They'll lose that and tend to just flop around or whatever and do whatever stuff.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm looking at some of her things. She gets decent views, like for her age.
Yeah,
like in 3 weeks, she got 8.5 views.
Damn.
8.5K views. 2.7, 2.8. These people don't even get 50
Did it.
100. And this woman's getting, 8.5K views. As old as she is. Come on. Get real. Just go. Like Craig said, I said earlier, that I said it before. They don't know how to enjoy their console.
They won't know how to enjoy the next one either. Like what you're seeing here is going to be a carbon copy next gen, especially if they launch the same fucking one.
Well, that's what I was saying. I said that earlier. They're just getting ready for next gen to start all over again.
I mean, everything you saw at E3 was empty promises, pretty much, for next gen. Hence why he threw in that shot, of the whole we've been working on the next console. It's like, dog, you just launched the X. Why are we talking about another one?
Because it ain't going to be much different. First of all, they'll say they put extra specs in it just to try to get some additional people to come. But the other thing is, if they're going to try to do that shit over on PlayStation, what's the sense of somebody buying that if they own a PlayStation already? Why would they even buy one? So that's how.
Question for you though. Like I know you saw the the bullshit related to the the service-based thing where basically you can pay monthly for your Xbox and your credits on the line. I forgot what it's called. Is it All Access? Is that what it is? Xbox All Access? Where you get an Xbox One and you get the Xbox Live and all that shit together? Yeah. It's All Access, right? Wanted to hear her opinion on that because you already know they're gearing up towards this whole streaming-based console.
Yeah.
So
I know they are.
With that being, their basis, one of their main base. Let's be real here. They're not going to they're not just going to say we're going to release 2 consoles. No, they really want to make a big effort with the streaming based one. And if the streaming based one does not fail, then they will already have the one that's traditional to fall back on immediately. But what do you think is really going to happen with this fucking console?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's a dumb way to go, in my opinion, because they're not doing anything now. And every time something new comes out, they say, "Oh, it's going to be better. This is going to be better." Well, until you show me proof that it's better, okay, and give me more exclusives and all that other stuff, then I'll say, "Okay, all right, you have something." But until then, no. I've been disappointed all the time. So every time they say something like that, I'm like, "Oh, here we go again. Here we go with that. Here we go with that shit again."
Nice.
Seriously. Because I don't know. Some people, put it this way, some people who are coming in new, okay, or younger people or whatever, maybe renting for them is a good thing if they get everything all inclusive, okay. But if they it may be good, it may be affordable for them. But for me, I've been in gaming long enough that is not what's going to draw me to you. That's not going to draw me to your console. You got to have, like you said when you came in here, you got to have more. They talked about all these studios, okay, that they purchased, okay. What's happening? That you haven't updated. What are they working on? They're working on new things. All we hear is Halo, Gears, and Forza. And why? You got these studios, and some of them are supposed to have a decent amount of people in them. Why don't you have one bunch working here, one bunch working on something new? Seriously.
I mean, it's not hard. I remember we said this shit numerous times. We're called X amount of things in the process. It's like, dog, nobody's hating on the fucking product. We just want them to have more. It's called variety. You can't rely on the same shit because people get burned out hella quick. Come on, let's be real here. If Sony came out with 4 editions of this Spider-Man game, do you really think you'd be hyped for this one?
No.
Exactly. You'd be burned the fuck out. You'd be like, okay, this was cool and all. I love the others, but come on, seriously, I want something new. That's the problem. It's called fatigue. Yeah,
you do get worn out, and it's like I said, and you get bored with it. You're not, and I said this over 2 years ago. Okay, I did videos. I said and Xbox doesn't listen. Like they tried to accuse Sony of not listening. Sony don't. First of all, you don't know what they're doing. You're not in their office. They're talking or listening to people tweeting them or whatever. So how can you say Sony don't listen to their fan base? Okay, you don't because you're out there on Twitter all the time. Okay, talking to dumbasses. Okay, and you don't give anything you want. You don't give people, what they ask for. You give them the opposite of what they ask for every time. And I used to say, and I said in several videos, I said it. Wow, over a year ago, year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. Give me a reason to keep wanting to keep or play my Xbox. Right, and I did it more than once. And I sent out
frustratingly tweets. Never give you a reason to keep investing. Exactly.
Nope. That's the problem. They don't give me a reason.
I don't get why people latch on to new hardware or get excited for new hardware anymore. I don't get it. I really don't.
People were telling me, why do you hate on the Xbox? I said, first of all,
you always get that, even if you no. Here's the thing: you can lay it out very perfect. You can say your point very clear, and you can have your shit perfectly leveled out. Right? You'll answer every question. You'll hit every note. You'll always get that fucking question: why are you hating on Xbox? Why are you so focused on Xbox? Nobody's hating on shit. Every decision that they make is just stupid as of late. Why are we talking about Dolby Vision for fucking Netflix instead of new studios?
Yeah. No, but what I was trying to tell them was that how can I hate an inanimate object? It's a piece of plastic. No, I'm tired of what the Xbox division is doing with that piece of plastic that I own.
Exactly.
That I invested in. And what are you giving me? Shit. Okay. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, we got you got a lot of third-party games which I can play on PlayStation. And I don't want to sit there, and then you got we got Halo's Gears of Forza and
exactly.
And it's I don't hate the hardware, people, and I say this every time I'm on and in any podcast when people brings it up that I'm on. No, it's what I'm not getting. I mean, if they go back, if any of these people had sense and went back to what you had on the 360, they'll understand what I'm saying when it comes to this shit. They'll understand that.
Yeah, they'll understand. Not the hardware. You know what I'm
saying? You can have the most powerful hardware on the planet. If you don't got the fucking direction and the people to push that hardware to give you the visuals that it can fucking produce, what's the fucking point of the hardware?
Yeah.
The power's in the talent, and that's very that point stands very clear, especially with the Pro. The Pro is weaker than the Xbox One X, but yet it's dishing out games like God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone, Detroit, et cetera, et cetera. It's dog, what's the point of the X again?
Exactly. But see, that's the thing, I mean, and they're constantly lying though, and say the studios, for example. I heard somebody sent me something saying that they're going to give Microsoft is going to give creative freedom to these developers. Bullshit. You never gave before. I doubt if you're going to do it again.
Dude,
no, it's impossible.
People
kept for a company that size.
What was that?
Too big. That company too big to allow creative freedom like that. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna. What they're gonna do is
Sony's a big company. They let creative freedom.
Yeah, but the way Microsoft operates, they operate as if you're a toddler. You notice when every time they're doing those little interviews and shit, and you see them oh yeah, we're at this studio, that's exclusive to us or whatever. You'll always see Phil in the background overlooking these fucking kids like a damn teacher.
Somebody back the shit out of his ass. Go ahead, Thrash. You were breaking up. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I'm almost at a spot where I will be breaking up.
No, you sound good now.
When I say this shit, I mean they might have creative freedom, but they also got a goal to make. And Microsoft is the biggest company in gaming. The bigger the company, the bigger the goal. So if they don't make that goal, then it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got goals to make. You know what I'm saying? So they can make any kind of game they want to. If it doesn't sell well, then they might.
Apparently we lost though, Thresh. Apparently all of us lost because a headset makes you a better gamer.
Right.
According to a certain somebody, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Cody Eastwood? Was it Cody Eastwood?
That was dealers. You ain't see the debate, did you? You ain't see that shit. You gotta watch that shit.
I heard you all arguing. I'm like, man, why you arguing with somebody that's...
What was that, Craig?
I said, I woke up, it was like 12:15, and I just heard two men arguing. I'm like, wait a minute, why are we arguing with somebody that's moist? I went to bed.
Yeah, right. You were there to one. No, I'm bullshit.
Man, that's how I put hashtag moist in the chat.
You moist like a motherfucker and stand around to one. Don't even try.
Yeah, I mean, when he started talking about 4K movies and talking about
dog. When my man started shifting the conversation to talking about Blu-rays on the Xbox, I started crying deep down. I'm like, God damn,
what did he say about
what are we talking about? God damn it, what are we talking about?
Yeah, when you all talking about flexibility and something else. It's like flexibility and choice. I'm like, man, that's what my girlfriend is for. Flexibility and choice.
Hell no. Flexibility.
God damn,
shit.
Craig. Oh,
damn,
shit.
Craig dropped the damn jewel. God damn, it's fucked up.
I mean, who is worried about that shit? They're talking about the Infinity War in 4K. All right, he does not know that the top 4K UHD Blu-ray player is being sold on the planet. Number one is made by Sony. It is the number one player. So who gives a shit that it's on the Xbox? You know,
yeah, just warning for Thresh here. You probably like just warning you, man. I'm warning you about that one.
I just want to say Carlos was right. Shout out to Carlos. He was saying that Microsoft in chat. He was saying that Microsoft looks at money before anything else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, like no, other games or services, everything is a way of nickel and diming you, and pretty much even with the Halo 5 with that requisition system, they literally had to do a fucking video to like tutorial, but they did it in the kiddie mode to basically introduce you to DLC. It's like, nigga, come on.
Yeah. I also want to shout out. You guys not make me laugh. Also want to shout out Old Dog, Alice McGee, Bruce City, Carlos Hernandez, Chen, the One Naive Shadow, and Support Gaming. A lot of people have joined us, guys. So go ahead.
Half them niggas owe me $5. Support. Nigga, hey, nigga, I want my $5.
How do they owe you $5?
Nah,
He'll find a reason.
Support gave me one like $60 and shit on the show and shit. So this motherfucker right here, I'm pretty sure I bought it.
He won $60, but they owe you $5.
Yeah, I got tax.
What kind of bullshit return is that?
I need a nigga. I told that nigga.
Fucking bullshit. It is that.
I told him I need 6% back, my nigga. So I need that $5.
Nigga, it's a get. Oh god.
Hey, I'm learning from Microsoft.
Giveaway, nigga. You ain't a
fucking from Microsoft.
Wait, Microsoft you turn into a fucking business behind the fucking scene? What the fuck? Oh yeah. Like I need money and it's my money. I need it now. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I need 6% of that back. Like really? That damn. What kind of bullshit loan is that?
It's a lot. Listen, he got to make a profit. If Microsoft can make one, why can't he? Come on.
By God.
Oh shit. Yeah,
I mean, there are people online complaining about the DLC. That Insomniac said they were going to release like in April or May. Now they're complaining about it. It's like they announced the DLC for Spider-Man. Like, I mean, it was in April or May.
I don't know what's more moist about these motherfuckers. The fact that Catwoman looks better than anything on their fucking shit. Or I don't know, but that shit was funny as hell. Black Cat was hilarious. I was like, damn, they showed her already. So I just want to see how the story ends. I just want to see how this shit go. I really do. Because I think there's 3 more DLCs after this, right? Or 2 more?
Yeah, 3 more. And I think for all 3, they're $25 for all 3. That's if you want them. I mean, again, they don't have, nobody has a gun to your head or white gloves to make you.
I'm calling it right now. Then if he's not in the main story, then best believe he'll be added in the DLC, and that's Venom.
Possibly.
Expect the Venom type of spin type of shit, like where like they introduce you to Venom and then build upon that to the second one. I'm pretty sure. Even though I'm a little like as much as hyped as I am for the Venom movie, there's some plot holes in that they gotta fucking understand or get straight because there's no way in hell Venom can do all this shit without having attributes of Spider-Man. So just saying.
Yeah, they've changed some things with him over the years, so Yeah, it's gonna be. But I don't know if I'm
web
gonna go
swinging
see
shit,
it
though.
or not. Still, shout out to Ian Robinson. I know he really is excited about it.
Yeah,
So we'll just have to wait and see.
can't wait to see that shit.
You know,
Yeah,
you know, what made me crazy about what made me crazy about Spider-Man? I was getting messages from people I didn't even know, not even on my friends list, because my friends ain't gonna do this. Okay, the people that I'm friends with aren't gonna send me messages. Are you getting Spider-Man? Okay, it's coming out, but I'm getting people from people who like are not on my friends list saying, "Are you getting Spider-Man? Are you getting Spider-Man? You getting Spider-Man?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what? Yeah."
I mean, yeah. It's not like I didn't post on Twitter. That I got the digital deluxe. So yeah, of course I'm getting it.
Nigga,
Oh my God. No, see,
you buy
I like
a system to buy games. I don't get it. Like, it's a big time game. You buy a system to buy games. So shit.
exactly. And you're talking about Spider-Man. You're not talking about I don't know, Peter Pan or some shit. You're not even Peter Pan probably be better than Sea of Thieves anyway. I was just making a joke there, but you're talking about Peter Pan or some shit. You talk about Spider-Man. And I named off all the games that these people were, they were talking about Spider-Man so bad, but I said they didn't support any. I named off, like 10 of them they probably never even heard of or played earlier. Come on. And you're going to pick on it. You always got something to pick on when it comes to PlayStation. Why? Oh, I know why. Never mind, because they ain't got nothing. They're lacking.
Like the Kraken.
These motherfuckers are so fucking moist over Spider-Man. This is ridiculous. Now Porter Rob because Porter Rob probably might debate fucking Kid Smooth. It's like, shit.
Oh, here we go with that shit again.
There we go with this shit. Like, literally.
That's why I made this show, because there's so much. Instead of just doing adding it to my podcast, which I'm working on doing that again just for gaming, I had to do here we go with the shit again, because there's so much shit going on in the community that I needed it separate from actual talking about games and playing games and what people think about games and all that stuff. It has to be a little separate. I don't want to combine them both.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'd have a podcast that can last 10 hours. Who wants to fucking listen to that? Seriously.
Hey, I'm just gonna ask y'all, like, when y'all look at Spider-Man, do y'all even see a visual downgrade, like legit in the texture and anything like that? Do y'all see a downgrade?
No, I saw it being the lighting was just, it was bright light.
It was a brighter light. They made it more vibrant. That's it. They added a little more life to the world with the lighting. That's it.
And they added like All Day Digital said, it looked like they had a dynamic light, and then they went to a warmer light. And
they went to more like a realistic approach. There you go.
And that's exactly what they said they did. It was certain people, and not just here. There were people in the actual comic book thing. I mean, they're getting. I was telling Princess earlier, Ryan. I mean, they're getting dragged. You think it's bad on Twitter? These people are getting dragged. I mean, so to the point where they're offline. They won't answer their emails anymore. So these guys have got 80 to 90,000 followers, and they're getting drugged. I mean, so it's not just happening here; it's happening all over the place. People demanding apologies. They just these guys apologize. So it's I didn't see the downgrade. I just thought, okay, if there's been a downgrade, Digital Foundry will run it. And when I saw that video, I was at work. When I saw that video pop up like at 9:30 in the morning, I already knew the game was fine, because that means Digital Foundry had already did this, And when you have the lead developer saying no, it's not been downgraded, that's why I love what that guy put on Twitter. Did you all see that? After the Digital Foundry video, he retweeted that and said, "That's what I said." That was it, and he walked away.
I just thought of two things. One thing I wanted to ask, because you brought up Kid Smooth. What do you think about Kid Smooth saying about what's his name streaming too long?
Oh, sick.
Sick humor. Sick, yeah.
As far as that go, I mean, I talked to both of them niggas, right? I haven't talked to them about that shit, but I speak with both of them.
You talked to Kid Smooth, you said?
You're botting again.
You're botting like real bad.
Oh, shit, hold on.
Yeah, he gotta get a better signal. But As far as this shit, between him and Smooth, I mean, let's be real. Smooth was trying his ass off to deflect anything. So,
but you know what? Kid Smooth is always going to be Kid Smooth. You gotta realize.
Like, I remember he made a tweet not too long ago saying, "I'm about to go. Like, these dudes are about to force me to go back to the old school kids." I'm like, okay, well, who's that supposed to scare?
Let me tell you something.
Who was that supposed to scare? And he claimed that 11-hour stream was dedicated to damage control and Spider-Man, but I'm like, it wasn't. They only talked about Spider-Man for about probably like an hour and a half, like 2 hours, and then after that, they immediately started gaming and started talking about shit. I don't get it.
What's up, Andrew Wilkins? What's going on? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I just, like I said, people like you said, how was supposed to start? People have come to me and said the most horrible shit to me. Okay. Threats and everything else. And you know what? They were trying to get me when I was on here for 3 months off. It's over 2 years now. Mm-hmm. You don't scare me. I got thick skin. You don't scare me. I'm not leaving. I'll leave. If I don't want to do YouTube no more, I don't want to do that shit, I'll do it when I'm ready to do it. Not when you tell me to do it. Who the hell are you? You just mad because I get more views than you do. So, right. And then do something right. Stop lying to people. Be real. Be yourself. Don't try to act like you're somebody else. What you see is what you get. Yeah, people tell me I'm a professional because I cuss. Oh, well, too bad. Okay, that's why it's not rated PG.
I cuss too. Only when the situation calls for it.
So, you're saying is that you're just mad because every time somebody does something right, they try to hate on you because you're doing right. That's the problem. Yeah. And they know that they can't do what you do. Well, yeah, dig deep down and stop worrying about everybody else and just do you, and then you'll be fine.
That's
it.
He said they talked about it for 20, 30 minutes. No, see, thought it was like an hour because I left and I came back, but okay. Well, either way, I mean, shit, people nitpicking shit just like a nitpicking shit is kind of silly.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're definitely at an all-time low and you got to reach that hard. So,
hey, Ryan, can you do me a favor? Can you give Carlos a link?
Yeah.
He wants to pop in. Thanks. Oh, Playbox, you quiet.
Why'd you give Dr. Oink the damn link, please? Why'd you do that? Oh Lord, this fool has not redeemed himself as that damn pig noise.
Shut your mouth, cockfuck.
Motherfucker, you posted pig.
What up, Fatal?
You fucking clown.
What up?
It's about time you showed. I sent you that link how long ago?
Hey, man, this motherfucker's slow. You don't know how to use his phone.
God damn.
He be claiming to be the internet, but it be those damn fingers that be kicking him out the chat.
No, he telling me to send it to him, and I sent it to his ass, and I said, "Get your slow ass in here," and he still waited 45 minutes.
I passed out.
You didn't pass my ass. You passed out.
I did. Went to lay down for a bit.
So you're ignoring us. Oh, see, that's the way it goes now, Fatal?
No, actually, I was ignoring it because Ryan was in here.
Oink, oink, bitch.
And he just got here not that long ago, and I told you that a while ago. So you had that link a while ago, so you could have had your ass in. So I caught you again. See, you're gonna have to take an L too.
How's that? How's this? No, you know what?
I don't take L's.
I'm gonna do it in a minute. Hold on.
You're getting an L. You're getting an L. I'm giving you an L right now. A big L.
All right.
Right in the forehead.
I'm rejecting it.
You can't reject it.
Are you injecting it? Ew.
You can't reject anything I do.
He's injecting it.
Oh shit!
I've done it once before.
You injected it? Ew. What's wrong with you, man?
Oh my god! I inject what, man? I knew y'all was gonna be talking some weird shit. Now, what up, my peoples? How y'all doing?
You knew it was gonna go weird the moment fucking Mr. Piggy got in this motherfucker. Come on, man.
Of course, man. But that's my dude, man. Fatal's my homie, man. I'm getting on him like that, man.
Motherfucker weird, bro. That motherfucker weird.
What's up, Fatal?
Shit.
He too quiet right now.
Well,
he got his mic muted. What are you eating?
Eating that Canadian.
Yeah. I'm eating.
I like how you
coming
the mic dead to the damn food. Let you know he's eating. Damn, that's fuck. Oh god. Damn.
He's stupid. So, Carlos, what do you think besides what you said in chat about what we've been talking about? Got anything to add to that?
All I gotta say is this: Xbots do not compute common sense. That's all I gotta say, man. These dudes are out here. They out here just trying to push a false narrative for everything that Microsoft has been failing at for the past 5 years. So it really doesn't change anything up until now. But what has changed? The only thing that has changed is the perspective of these individuals and the how desperate they are to take a W when in reality all they've been taking is nothing but losses at the hands of what?
I got to deal
Sony.
with
It's crazy. I mean, people, and they don't want to apologize. That's what I was getting ready to say before. What happens? I mean, in the beginning, I made a joke, okay, because I called them crybabies, and I watched Bad Boys last night, so I sang the song "Cry Baby, Cry Baby, What You Gonna Do? What You Gonna Do When We Come For You?" And what they do, even Craig said, "Oh, they don't answer their tweets no more. They don't do anything, so they just shut the fuck down." So I had to sing that. I watched Bad Boys last night, and when I said they were crying, I just changed the words because it actually fit them.
Nah, that's in reality that's what they are. They're a bunch of fucking self-entitled. They're a bunch of self-entitled douchebags that think that just because they support a brand or one brand that they're entitled to be. But in reality, you're the same piece of shit as I am, buying these consoles, playing these games, and that's it. Games are for entertainment. It's not to incite a racial war. It's not to incite I'm better than you because I play on this platform. The basis of these hardware devices is to give us entertainment at the end of the day. It shouldn't differ from one to the other because of what brand you purchase.
Exactly. And you brought up something else, which I found was crazy, how they do incite racism into it. And I find that crazy. I find that crazy. You brought that up. I find that crazy. You're talking about entertainment, okay? But even so, you shouldn't be talking about that shit anyway, okay? Look what year we're in. Well, I'm not going to get into the whole politics, though, but look at the year we're in. Just knock the shit off, okay? If you don't like somebody, just turn the other cheek already or do something. Ignore them. Just let it go. I mean, seriously, just be quiet.
They don't understand that concept, Titanfall. They think that just because it's an American branded franchise that they have every right to say anything negatively to anybody that supports anything different than what they are supporting. And that's where the line has to be drawn. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. You are a gamer through and through. If you support PC gaming, you're a gamer. If you support Xbox gaming, you're a gamer. If you support PlayStation, you're a gamer. If you support Nintendo, you're a gamer. It doesn't vary from one to the other. It's the same thing. They are all providing entertainment for your enjoyment at the end of the day.
Yeah, I got another question for you guys. Since you brought up with this having to do gaming, it's all a little bit off of gaming, but this is here we go with that shit again. So it could be any topic. Okay, guys, what do you think about these dumbass racist people buying Nikes and burning them because of Colin?
They're stupid. That's all I gotta say. They're stupid because if you're gonna boycott for the right reasons. Don't boycott for privilege reasons. That's the way I see this whole scenario with the Nike.
But you know how stupid about this is? They're Nike's still getting their fucking money.
Exactly. It's like
so that's not a boycott. You're just doing something. You're saying because this person wears them and you don't like him, so I'm just gonna burn it because he wears them.
And on top,
hold on.
Hold on.
The range of this shit like $300 and shit like that.
Let me, as a black man, let me say something on this shit here.
Go ahead,
nigga. Number one, are anybody burning shoes? Like,
it's a fucking moron.
Because Nike made an ad campaign about a guy who stood up non-violently about violence. period, is just insane.
Exactly.
You mad at them for pushing up somebody? This man should be playing in the NBA, I mean in the NFL right now, and he's not because he stood up for what's right. And we burning shoes? We burning shoes, nigga? Like, I swear to God, nigga, I'd chin strike anybody in front of me burning some goddamn shoes over this shit. I'm like, nigga, because apparently they want
like, yo, I see good things in Cap's future. Though. I have a feeling he'll get his NFL contract back eventually. You know, just like
true,
he'll get it back.
Hopefully so, but it's sad that he hasn't.
Yeah, the moment wait till what's the name get out the office, Trash. I'm willing to bet him on the shit. Someone do get out the office and shit starts like settling down. He'll get his shit back.
All right, I got something for y'all, so y'all can listen real quick. So y'all can listen real good. There is a meme going out that's been placed, for a couple of hours now, and it goes like this: instead of burning the shoes, instead of burning the Nike brand merchandise, why don't you take the time and space to go out and look for these veterans that are homeless out in the street without no fucking clothes on and give them the clothes? If you don't want to support a brand that you dislike because of Colin Kaepernick, then you're doing something at least positive for the situation instead of doing this asinine shit and being so rhetorically at the same time.
Nah, but then that's accepting them for taking shit wrong. Like, Colin Kaepernick isn't disrespecting the military. His fucking family's in the military. He's not disrespecting the military. He's saying cops is killing niggas left and right. And I'm not gonna sit here and accept that shit. It's not the military. Anybody who believes that it's the military that he's fighting against, it's insane. Insane. Look at what's going on around you. It's not. That shit is crazy, bro. Like, I've seen it personally.
Got the fucking window. It's not hard.
It's crazy, man. So it's like even telling them like to look for veterans. Nah, fuck that. Nigga, go talk to these cops. Go put on a nigga. Be a black person for one day and get pulled over and see, or just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube even. Go to YouTube and see cops pulling guns on motherfuckers, put it in their face over a ticket.
Just put yourself in the shoes of the same person that's being persecuted, that's being categorized as a criminal before even speaking 2 words out his mouth. Just be in the shoes of that person for that moment. And you see the reasons why we, the people of color, Latino, African Americans, Filipinos, whoever come to this country just to embellish on that American dream of making it somewhere, that is the reason why we act the way we act against the oppression of society, because you guys don't give the chance or the opportunity. And there's a lot of conservatives on Twitter here that just say some real dumb shit that really don't live that life or don't have those hardships in their feet right now because they live in an area or in a setting where it doesn't really have any effect on them. But to the ones that are being affected for that reason, it has to be more than just to say, oh, we have to do this. No.
What did that fucking fraud say to those who didn't stand for the flag? He said, I'm gonna fucking like tax them or some shit like that. NFL players. What he said?
And he hasn't paid. Get the fuck out of here. Taxes. And he hasn't paid taxes ever since he started his business back in the
exactly. It's like, it's not hard to see in between the lines. It's not hard.
Don't forget, he didn't even not only pay taxes, but he kept declaring corporate bankruptcy, so he didn't have to pay nobody and put people out of business because he didn't want to do shit. All right, I can't stand that motherfucker. And whoever, I'm gonna say it right now. If you're listening, you voted for him, you're a jackass.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
You know what else? You know what else gets me about the whole Kaepernick thing is that people misunderstand the whole, like even the kneeling part is a misunderstanding because people, when you disrespect the flag, you don't even come out in the national anthem. There were people Muslim dudes who were playing basketball who would sit down, not put their hand out, would sit down, not kneel, sit down. And these Kaepernick, they went and kneeled to the flag because they respect the flag, but what it stands for is being disgraced.
The meaning is corrupt.
It's not people like, I don't know, I guess you got to be black to fully understand, but I mean, not like that, but I'm just saying like that though, because a lot of people just don't understand culture. I don't understand Japanese culture. I'm the last nigga to tell you why sushi is this, bro. Like, it's not. But people only give a fuck about shit that pertains to them immediately. If it's not none of their business, they don't give 2 fucks. The only reason why people on Twitter saying stupid shit is because these niggas like attention. That's it. The same reason why niggas talking about puddles and shadows and Abby and occlusion and shit. Like, it's you just want attention. It's not nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
I agree with you, Thresh, on that. But when you say you don't understand certain cultures, it's easy. If you live around people, you'll understand it. What's so hard?
Yeah, definitely.
What it is, you can just understand it. Okay, you don't have to agree with it necessarily, but you can understand it. And if you don't like it, then you know what? Just turn the other way because maybe they don't like what you do.
And the thing about it though is the people who have excuses. Like y'all remember when I forgot his name, but he was literally choked out. He said I couldn't breathe. He was being held down by the cops.
Eric Garner.
There you go. He got choked out because he could not breathe and everything in that nature. They literally choked him out and killed this man. And they sitting there going, listen, I don't understand what you guys are kneeling about. Look at what the fuck happened. This fucking system is fucked up. There's no safety. You don't feel safe with these cops. It's not like the 90s where you felt safe around cops. You don't feel safe around cops no more.
Bro,
you have a dumbass saying martial law and saying that, you know, if these people give you even so much as the slightest bit of resistance, throw them in the car. Like, come on, bro. Are you serious?
Nah, and then you know what's so funny though? Like me being a New York resident, I could tell you this much. There's a lot of calamity that comes behind all of this too, because there are some people here in the 5 boroughs that are very reluctant to even talk to cops, even on the streets. There are some of those that do interact with them, but they take their precautionary steps to even try to say hi to them because they don't want to come off wrong, and the cops themselves give this kind of like a hostile presence when they're walking on the streets. So it's not like you can just, you know, feel safe around the cops around New York either. That's another thing that people don't understand. Like a person of color, especially
saying this shit is a publicity stunt from Cap.
It's
like,
not, man. It's
they
not
got
a publicity
problems.
stunt.
It's not no damn publicity stunt.
It's not a publicity stunt, man. Cops take advantage of the situation because they hide behind a badge, regardless of what background they come from. There are some cops. Even ones Latin cops or even black cops too, that take that same ambiance with them just because they have a higher ranking in society and use that to their advantage. I call that very, 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 very stupid because if you're a person of color and you're representing a proper authority, shouldn't you show some respect to the citizens that are actually giving you a opportunity to have a job and to protect them? Shouldn't you have that common courtesy of saying, good morning, how you doing? Shouldn't you have that common courtesy to be somebody other than just the paycheck and the payroll?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't believe in any of this bullshit that's going on. And it just it actually saddens me that people are, you know, getting worse with it now. I mean, you always knew people existed, but now they're on Twitter and YouTube saying more dumb shit, and it's getting worse. And it should not be this way. It should not be this way. It should not be this way. You got people doing it in gaming, just something you know, and you know, you're calling people names based on just because of their picture they put up. What? Come on now. Come on.
Like even that shit. What happened? What was Roseanne? When she called somebody fucking a monkey? Was it Michelle Obama? Something like that. She was doing some ignorant shit. I don't
remember. No, it was actually it was a representative of one of the
Yeah, she said something racist, and the Roseanne reunion show got canceled immediately, and shit. That's like
just because of that.
And she thinks people are supposed to have remorse for it. Ain't nobody got no remorse for you.
I don't have no remorse for people who are out there doing that shit. I think it's ridiculous. Okay. If you got issues with somebody, just don't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just leave them alone. Don't you have a life? See, that's a problem. These people don't have lives. And the other thing is, I can't stand when you get generation people of acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember there was this kid. He was mixed. All right. I saw something on YouTube about it. And he was he didn't want nothing to do, like his father was white, his mother was black, but he denied the black side completely because of what his father did. Well, first of all, if you didn't like black people, why were you with a black woman? Married to her and stayed with her, but yet you raised your son and You had the support of your father to raise him like he was white, and he act like he ain't got no black in him. No, you're black and white. Get over it. You deny your mom now, and it goes the other way too. You can if you have the wrong person, it can go the other way too. You can have a mother do that with a white woman with a black man. You can have a black man doing it against the white. You can have the white woman doing it against the black. It could happen anyway. But why do that? If you didn't like that person, just don't be with them. Period. Mm-hmm. If you're that way, just don't be with them. And don't make your child choose. That's wrong. Your child's got to know both sides because that's what they are.
Yep. If you're interracial offspring, you have to acknowledge your culture. You have to acknowledge the fact that you have both ethnicities in your blood, and you have to you have to pay respects to that culture, regardless of what it is and how you were brought up in the world. Because everybody has a little bit of every essence of the culture around the world. We're not all pure bloods. We all have a little bit of Italian, a little bit of Spaniard, a little bit of Cantonese, a little bit of Chinese, a little bit of everything is in that DNA of that person. So there's nobody in this planet is a pure blood bred whatever, because it doesn't fall in that narrative no more. Everybody comes and are descendants of the motherland, which is Africa as well. And there are some people that just don't really understand the concept behind being, knowing about the inheritance of culture. They only just see, just because you're a little bit more fair-skinned than the next person, oh, I'm going to get a pass because I look a little bit lighter than you. No, bullshit. You're the same human being just like me. Only differences is just the advantages of our monetary values and our religion. That's the only thing that we have different from one another. But as far as what we are to each other, we're both human beings.
That's my point. That's the other reason why I don't like the word interracial. What are you saying? No, because you're to me that word means like you're with somebody other than the human race. Because they're different. I don't like that. I don't like that term. I hate that term. I really do. I don't like that term because to me it means you're with somebody other than a human being. No, I'm still with the human race. We're all part of the human race. So where did this interracial shit come from? Honestly, besides some jackass making it up.
Yep, and that's where the biggest problem is at, because that's the new terminology that's used to categorize people that have a mixture of cultures in their DNA and their ancestry. That's the way of them branding them and making them feel shunned out from being what they are. Regardless if you're Dominican mixed with Puerto Rican, you're still a Latin. If you're mixed with British and Irish, you're still part of the European culture. It doesn't matter what race or what mixture is in your blood. You have the best of both worlds. You can actually enjoy both cultures at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't they embrace that? You got more than one thing to look back on. You got a multitude of things, and you can you have a family reunion. You got a mixture of people that you could just enjoy two different cultures and combine them and make a new one and just enjoy shit. Why does it got to be something different than that?
It's the upbringing, Titanfall. Is the upbringing of the parents. If the parents do not choose to give them that kind of incentive into learning how they were brought up in this world and how their ancestry reflects on them, that's where the problem is at. You have to teach your children from a young age. Listen, man, you come from this. This is what you are. You might feel different, but guess what? You're not different than anybody else. You're here on this planet to live, breathe, laugh, joy, cry, do whatever it is that makes you a human. Don't try to act any different, because you're not. You're just like everybody else.
I agree with that, but I get tired of seeing people doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? It really just irks me. I didn't think this shit would still be going on or getting worse now. Yeah. I mean, you're almost 2020, man. Get over it.
Yeah, people don't change, Titanfall. That's the problem. People don't like change. People just like to stay in that same perspective of life, and that's the really sad part about this whole United States. There are some people that are so half-ass backwards with the Jim Crow mentality that they themselves don't even know how to progress on more than where they are.
Oh,
See, me personally, every place, most of the places I've ever lived was always mixed.
My bad. I'm back. My bad, y'all.
I always lived in mixed areas. I never lived with just one type of person in an area.
Had to handle some business.
Because I think it's better. I just think it's better that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's better that way. You know.
I thought you was listening. You know, missed out on half the shit we.
Yeah, I was trying to hurry up.
I think you listen like the whole time I pictured him nodding his head like, yeah, true.
And you know what's so funny? This is my reply to the chat. I have a couple of family members, right, that they're all racially mixed. They have a different slew of ethnicity. I have some who are actually mixed with Jewish. I have some cousins that are actually mixed with Irish, and they're Dominican. So it really doesn't matter what it is. It's just enjoy the fact that life was created for you to actually enjoy it and be part of that culture. Like, enjoy the culture. Plain and simple. The culture is something beautiful, and people need to realize that you're on this planet not for too long, man. And living in hate and despising people for what they represent doesn't make it any better. It just makes it worse, and it creates an atmosphere where change is something that's never gonna happen.
See, for me, I even do. I like to try and cook different things. I'll go to YouTube and look up everything from. I mean, I watch this one guy. He goes down to all parts of Africa, and I'll try to make certain things there. I've gone to Jamaica. I look at Japanese. I look at Asian foods. I look at everything. I'm tired of the same old boring shit in America. Nobody wants to change, so I make other shit. I make other shit. I go look it up, and I learn all the cultures. I learn everything. You know, about how to make different things, you know, from everywhere. And you know what? These people need to get out there and experience it, because some of that shit is good as a motherfucker. I'm serious.
Yo, Asian cuisine is the shit.
Of course, man. A lot of people sleep on that Asian cuisine, man.
Yeah, hell no.
Talk about cuisine with Carlos. This motherfucker just...
He woke up. His ass woke up.
Bro, if I show you what I'm eating right now, man, y'all would be jealous.
I definitely would be.
I'm having pure Peruvian food right now, like, literally.
Ooh.
And this joint is like
my wings are almost done.
I hope you ain't putting no wings in the oven.
You know damn well, right? You know that motherfucker did, dude.
The way he said it, my wings almost done. Like he just threw them in the oven.
You better have that grill fired up outside.
It better be a grill outside. If you just do some damn wings in the oven, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's getting nasty looking outside, but yeah, I would have grilled them. So.
Oh, come on, Craig. You didn't go there. You didn't pop me the oven now. Let me tell you something. It could be rain outside. I got a hangover, so as long as I don't get wet, I'll grill my ass outside. It could be snowing outside, and I'll still grill if I want something certain.
Well, I understand that.
Yo, barbecue any day of the fucking goddamn year. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, barbecue is life, man. A lot of people don't understand that.
I agree.
Barbecue is life.
To me, hands down, I think that's probably one of the best ways to eat food, period. It's fucking on the barbecue, man.
What, to burn it?
Yeah,
no, fucking nah, man. Just the flavors, man, that come out of it and shit, dude. Like
it's more
barbecue steak over a fucking steak in the oven or on the fucking frying pan, dude. Nah, dude. Barbecue all the fucking way. That's the only way I can eat steak.
The thing is, people don't realize when it comes to barbecue, you gotta watch it, and you start by putting it off the flame first, off the fire. You heat up your grill.
Yep.
If you got enough knobs, okay, if you got 2 flames on one side, you turn up the other one and you start cooking it off the direct heat first while it's hot, and then you turn the flames down and you spread it out and you do what you got to do. No, it is a slow process, but it tastes much better. You can get you know, you can get that smoked wood and put underneath your grill and have that maple flavor and all that. Listen to you. All right.
Yeah.
See, yeah. Thanos will walk down.
We binging with Babish, but she got cleavage now. Like,
nah, man, yo, I gotta.
God damn it, Thrash!
I took some. Bro, I took some skirt steak. I turned them joints into fucking succulent, rip off the threshold. Oh my god! Like I never made some skirt steak like that in a while, and I think next summer I'm buying me a grill and I'm gonna make some more skirt steak, man.
Hell yeah, brother, preach, man.
Man, all I do is I make everything from scratch. That's what I do. I don't make bullshit. Nothing. I make my shit from scratch.
Nah, we know you good in the kitchen, my brother, Mr. Pineapples and all, huh?
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? He just canned pineapple and he just goes to Walmart and buys the sauce. What are you talking about?
Hell no. You gotta get fresh pineapple. You gotta get fresh pineapple.
You don't get fresh. You get it in the can.
No. Hell no.
I mean, or you could do dealer gaming style. You just go to the corner store, buy yourself a cup of ramen noodle soup, and call it a night.
No, I could actually gives me an idea for a show.
Not gonna lie, your show has been scaring me the last couple of days, there.
Hey man, no, it's just for comedic relief, Ron. That's all.
I've been seeing pigs and weird positions. I'm like,
dude, trust me. How the fuck do you think I fucking feel, dude? I'm just going along for the ride of it, man. But it's just all in fucking fun. Man.
How you gonna go along with the ride? You making it worse.
Because no matter which direction I go, if I ignore it, no. Hold on. If I ignore it, it gets worse. If I fucking follow with it, it still gets worse.
It subsides. When
trust
you
me,
into it, it grows.
Trust me, man.
Put gasoline on the fire.
Right, like fucking believe me when I tell you this, dude, man. Trust me, man. When it comes to me, fucking no matter what happens, dude, man, that shit never dies. Even if I ignore it, trust me, it does not die.
So it follows you everywhere.
Yep, it's my curse on YouTube, man.
Every podcast you're on.
Yep. All right, so my own chat too as well, man.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
What was that, Craig?
Spider-Man is getting a 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 upgrade. So this is it's gonna take a while to load this damn game.
Oh shit!
I told these dudes they were beta testers who got it early. Beta testers, you tested the game, make sure everything runs good. After you get the beta nature, then they fucking launch the patch to launch the shit. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, man.
While left all the dumbasses crying. Yeah, the eyes don't. I'm like, nigga. That's what had me weak. That's why I knew I couldn't take Twitter serious that week. I was like, let me just wait. My dude said the eyes don't move. Then I see the finished product, the eyes move. Oh, I never meant to say that. Tries to delete this week. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, it's just like some people talking about ambient occlusion.
Yeah,
you can't make this shit up. No. And then this never gets old. I cannot tell the difference between 720p and 1080p.
Nah, the funniest thing of all time that I'll never recover from, my dude said headphones makes you a better gamer.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Headphones are better than 60 frames per second.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I'm done for today. I'm going to bed.
Notice how
if I saw that myself there, Ryan, I'll be in a fucking coma myself, sir.
Bro.
Like, dog, I need to lay down because what I just heard my fucking head. Like,
right? Yeah.
You're like, notice how we got so many jokes on these dudes, yet they always, when they try to get back at people, especially PlayStation fans, they always hit you with you got a lopsided hat, or you look like this, or you look like that,
and shit, yeah,
and all this other shit. Listen, the fact that you're a Best Buy stalker and stalking somebody at 10 in the morning before the store opens tells me pretty much how much of a social outcast you really are. And that's so sad, man.
Let's be fucking real.
They're harassing little kids. These grown ass men.
I don't know if Titanfall has any kids or not, but if you saw one of these motherfuckers,
I do have a turtle.
You have a turtle? Oh shit! But if you had kids and you went to GameStop to buy your son his first PlayStation 4, and you saw one of these social rejects sitting outside, parked out.
I smacked the shit out the ass. They said something to my child.
Literally just walked up to you and your kid and it's like, how you doing? It's like, you're like, hi, and just kneel down. Why'd you buy the PS for a little bit and you could have bought an Xbox?
And you know what I'd say? Mind your fucking business. It's my money. Get out my face before I fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
I would have my fucking kids sit there and hork a fucking loogie right in that motherfucker's mouth, man.
Dog, that tweet I made hurt these fools.
Kick him right in the fucking nuts.
Tech experts, because it was funny. Because these same dudes came out the woodgate when they first heard that the X was going to have 6 teraflops. It's how can you say it's not going to do true 4K to the damn GameStop employees? So how you don't know it's going to do true 4K when it has 6 teraflops? I'm like, dog, sit your ass down.
I mean, you gotta. If you're gonna be a tech person, if you're gonna be a tech person, you're gonna talk about technology. You got to do some research. That's first and foremost. You have to study.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Even when what's his face dealer was talking about, there were no particles in games until 7th gen, when you can go back and look at games that had it. I said that earlier in the podcast.
Oh, come on.
What about white rights?
You have particle effects even in the freaking 8-bit gen, man. You had particle effects in all translations of gaming, even since the inception of gaming. Like, these dudes are so moronically stupid when it comes to terminologies. Yo, bros, y'all gotta step y'all gaming knowledge up to par, man. Because most of these rendering techniques been out since the early 70s. Since the freaking damn Odyssey days, man. Since fucking Nintendo 8-bit days, man. There's always been sparse rendering.
That's why I was laughing. That's why I was laughing. Man. I said, if you just do your research, even if you're a younger person that weren't back in that time, just do your research on the games and how it developed. That's what a real gamer, the hardcore gamer, does. They learn everything about where it came from and what happened and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
And you know what's the funny part, Time for? One of the very few first games to have rendering and particle effects was Metroid, and that was on the Nintendo 8-bit system. That was one of the first games to actually use that technique, and that was in the early 80s. That's how.
I gotta address somebody in the chat. Listen.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you pale ass motherfucker. Don't worry what I sleep with, all right? It ain't your motherfucking business.
Oh,
and yeah, man. I'm gonna say it. I like chocolate, so the fuck what?
That's why I have a pet rock that's black.
All right, it's like this. I'm gonna give it to her. Finger licking good. All right.
Oh,
so fuck you.
Oh Lord, I'm done.
Goddamn Titan shit. Titan going fucking in, yo.
Don't tell me what to do in my personal life, okay? It is what it is. All right. And I don't care. And what's the difference? It's a human being anyway. You just mad because you probably need a microscope to find your little peon little shit, right?
Ouch.
Hey, this is what I mean.
I'm getting El Grande. All right.
All right, man. This has been crazy, man.
This is what I mean by motherfuckers needing attention and get you a headache, dog. It's like people say shit that they know they can't get socked out for. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what you say, you can't get beat up because you behind the screen. I mean, if you feel as though that you need to limit your dick, my nigga, to just white pussy.
Exactly.
That's on you. But
it's like, dog, women are like, hey, there's plenty of fucking flavors out there, my nigga. Like,
I can't limit myself. It's impossible.
It's just like ice cream, man. It's just like ice cream.
Exactly. You just gonna eat vanilla for the rest of your life?
That don't make sense.
Man, vanilla.
Man, I want to find me an Asian dude.
This is what I mean. You want to find an Asian dude? Okay, we're gonna talk about that shit offline.
Oh shit! You realize
it's a girl, man.
You said an Asian dude.
He did say Asian dude.
Did I say Asian dude?
Yes. Bear, you just fucked yourself up, man.
There was supposed to be a comma in between that.
See, this is a conversation. Plenty of conversations led to Bear being gay, though. Real talk. I remember we were talking about 48 meters below. This nigga started talking about cocks and shit. Like, come on.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, bro.
Y'all dudes is funny, man. Either way, man, like people gotta enjoy things, man. You gotta branch out from just being a normal person. Sometimes being outside the box is better than being inside of it.
Yeah.
You say it's not your fault.
But what if you're stuck inside the box?
Then you gotta find a way to rip yourself out that bitch, bro. Because there's plenty of things to do outside that box.
By the way, mods, thank you for putting that jackass in timeout because he made another stupid comment about saying I'm supposed to be preserving my race. I am the human race.
Shit.
The human race.
Yo, come on, man. Like, are you still?
You know what this reminds me of, Typho? This reminds me of that time when we first ever did a podcast and we ever like collaborated with you. I knew Thrash. Remember that shit? Remember, dude had like 40 damn accounts.
Oh yeah, God.
Remember that? Like it was like so many accounts. Jimmy be by, and I'm like, what the fuck did this dude come from?
See, that's the problem with these.
It was like 20, 30 accounts.
Instead of gaming, they have time to make 20, 30 accounts just to fuck with people. So evidently, you're not a gamer.
So he made 20, 30 accounts, but he's talking about you preserving the race and talking about getting, pussy on it.
You know what?
Listen, I am preserving the race, the human race.
But he has to never talk about stuff like that, like anything about when it comes to sexual relations, like dog. Really? It's
just a racist prick, and I can't stand that shit. I get it all the time when I do even my streams or whatever. I get it all the time. So, but they don't affect me, as you could tell. I get back at them and I laugh at them. It doesn't affect me. I don't really care. It's my life. I'm attracted to an individual, so that's my business. Half of you guys are out there. Half you guys are out there while you're talking. Sitting in mommy's basement jerking off, or fucking the dog, or the cat, or the hamster. Okay, come on now.
Goddamn.
Man,
or maybe you got a goat. Maybe you're a farm boy and you're fucking the goat in the backyard. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you ain't getting pussy. You ain't getting pussy. That's all that matters. You ain't getting no pussy. At least I'm getting me some dick, so shut up.
Damn. Jesus.
Damn. God fucking damn, man. Holy shit.
So savage.
Don't hate. No. The haters.
Oh
man,
my God. Ay bendito.
Look, the way I see it is like that, man. People who think like this are like a disgrace to the human race. It makes us look stupider than animals. Because I ain't never seen a pit bull. I ain't never seen a pit bull refuse to fuck a chihuahua, my nigga, because it was a chihuahua. I never seen that shit.
They go in, man.
A pit bull will fuck the shit out of a chihuahua regardless, and then turn around and fuck a Doberman. It don't matter, my nigga. Like, animals know it's all about survival. You stupid ass nigga. Preserve a race. The fuck out of here, nigga.
Look how many
that's like saying I'm abstinent. I'm gonna wait to the perfect white one. Like, really? Come on, bro.
And again, motherfucker better realize
I'm abstinent.
Motherfuckers better realize he probably got like 32% black in him his damn self. That nigga just don't. These motherfuckers just look at the skin.
Man. They need to educate themselves on human culture and human.
That nigga want a black. Hey, on my mama, nigga. If this nigga had a bomb ass black chick, if Beyonce was walking in front of this nigga and said, "Take this shit," is this nigga gonna say no?
Nah, he gonna take it.
Oh, he'll take that.
Take it. Oh, he ain't preserving his race.
Now here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. You always got to count the what if, Thrash. What if he doesn't?
Then he must be. Then he has some. Then he don't like women. He might like men.
Like what if he says no? You black devil or some shit like that.
Black devil. I laughed at that shit.
I didn't heard that shit before.
Black devil.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
We too far along. We too far along in this country to be worried about dumb shit like race. We are. If the country is mixed, it will always be mixed. You can't just press a button and separate everybody, you dumbass nigga. It is too late, nigga. And if you're living in that time zone, nigga, then I don't know what to fucking tell you, my nigga.
And you know how stupid? You know how stupid it is? Why do you think they call it the melting pot?
Because everything melts in it, man.
There you go.
Everything is joining itself. Everything is joining together.
Yeah, yo, man. Is he still living under the bunker just like they did in the 50s before the radioactive
Hey, and that's what trips me out about Colin Kaepernick too. People thinking it's about race when it's about violence. His mom is white, his dad is black. Fully, you know what I'm saying? So this nigga's mixed. So it's not a race thing with him. And both of them proud as hell of this nigga. It's not about race.
He inspired the nation, pretty much. You look at it, he inspired people to do more. And hell, even when he's gone, people still kneel at the flag.
You know what's the funny part, though? I'm proud that somebody's actually standing up for what's wrong with this, this judicial system.
Yep.
I'm proud that somebody's doing a positive and peaceful protest for this type of actions that are being done throughout the United States. Yep. What gets me pissed off is that all these racist pricks can't see that. But until they're caught up in that moment, let's twist the roles a little bit.
Yeah.
What if we were the dominant race in the United States and all the white people were being oppressed? How would you feel? You will feel the same way as everybody else, because you know why? Because you're going to feel inequality towards yourself. And that's where the whole point is at. He is talking about inequality, the perseverance of actual human life over violence.
Well, they become a minority in this country in 2026.
You know what gets me though? I hate when it's like, when people who are like newer and shit, whether it be newer football players, stand up or something, or in this case, y'all remember when Kevin Hart started donating, crazy amount of money to the Red Cross during the hurricane. Was it Katrina or I forgot what it was, hurricane, whatever. Notice how The Rock and all of them came out of left field, started saying, "Oh yeah, I grew up over there." You know what I'm saying? They got my money. But I'm like, where were you at the beginning? Why'd you have to wait until, what's name started this shit? Where were you at?
I had to address Garuda real quick. Garuda, no, he's not causing more racism. Okay, what he's doing is he's trying to expose the cops for racial profiling and all this dumb shit that's going on, and bring out the bad people that are doing shit. He is not causing more racism. He's trying to stand up for racism.
Hold on.
Come on, Garuda. Don't go there.
Garuda, you live in Florida, bro. That should be more than enough for you to understand what the racial ties is at, man.
I don't want an explanation for what you just said. Just explain to me why this caused more racial tension.
I don't believe it is.
Here we go.
I just want to understand. Like I ain't even gonna jump on the nigga neck. I just would like to understand.
I talked to Garuda a lot, and I play with him, so I'm trying to understand where he's coming from with that, because I don't think that's the case.
He's saying that all races are affected by police brutality, which is 100% fact, 100,000% fact. Which race is affected more, though? And then before you say black people, which race is the minority in this country? Now take those two numbers, and then put your ratios together and see that we have a smaller majority of black people, a larger majority of white people, but black people lead the charge in police brutality, and you telling me there ain't no goddamn difference? Come on, my nigga.
There's a big difference, bro.
Come on, big dog. Like, I mean, the same thing goes for almost anything in this country. You fucking with a nigga I study this shit, son. Like, you gotta understand. Like, even with the job shit, right? You know how we had the what you call that shit? Basically the unemployment shit. Yeah, man. Like I said, who's the least people in this country? Who's the most people on unemployment? And like it's a difference because it's so many. Who's the most people in jail, and who's the most people in it? Nigga, everything, all this shit is unbalanced due to racism. Like it or not, my nigga. My brother's in jail for life for assault. Hold on. My brother's in jail for life right now for assault for a crime that he didn't do, my nigga. So don't fucking sit here and tell me that this shit is equal. Because I was a witness to that shit, my nigga. And this nigga still went to jail for life, my nigga. I ain't seen my brother in 25 years, my nigga. Trust me and believe, nigga. I'm first hand on that shit, cuz. So I hate when niggas come at say bullshit like that, cuz. Like that's bullshit, nigga.
Thrash, I got a question. I got a question for you real quick. You talking about just for assault?
Just for assault, he said, yeah.
For assault.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Don't trust me. I know. You know what's so bad is that after that shit, the jury members came to me crying like, I don't even know why the judge gave him life. It's not assault. We what the fuck? Like they were as baffled as everyone else.
Did you ever think about asking for a retrial? Like that?
No, we did all that shit.
Oh, yeah, did all that?
The system is fucked up, bro.
I must say, that makes no sense. That makes no sense for assault.
This way.
It wasn't assault.
Just assault. Just plain assault.
Thrash.
Wow.
Rash, I got another idea. I don't know if you tried this before, but I'll be the first one to sign it. Let's get a petition out there against what they're doing, and I'll be the first one to sign it to get them out.
Yeah, man,
Niggas been doing all that shit. It's if you ain't got the money, you ain't gonna make it. And most black people don't got the money, my nigga. It just is. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have money. I seen purely innocent. It's been innocent people getting the death sentence and getting killed, and then they find out later that he was innocent.
Yeah,
like that woman that little girl, that 16-year-old who was raped constantly, and she finally killed the man who raped her, and they gave her a life in prison. Like she was kidnapped basically. You remember I'm talking about that light-skinned girl? That shit,
and that was crazy. And
that was. Yeah, like
also,
3 life sentences. Timefall.
What was that?
Also,
he got like 3 life sentences for killing the man who kidnapped her and raped her. She was 16.
I'd have killed his ass too.
Yeah, but I mean that's how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
But hey, Garuda, I just want to add one more thing, my nigga. You say that Colin Kaepernick started all this racial tension, right? Because he's saying that black people get beat by cops and white people get it too, right? So why the fuck ain't white people kneeling then? Nigga, how about that? How about you ask them niggas to kneel along with the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, show them that there is no racial tension. We should want police to stop killing people for no goddamn reasons. They killed a man on camera in front of his daughter, my nigga.
Yep.
In front of his daughter, man. That shit is on tape. That shit should stop. We shouldn't ignore that shit.
And that little girl,
little girl is the other one resolved, saying, "Calm down, mom." So again,
and the only thing is that girl has that memory of her dad being
burned in forever,
and that will never go away, even as she gets older. There is some shit you don't forget as a kid that always sticks with you. You always reflect on. Like the day my father died, that shit never escapes my mind.
I'm the last person to worry about race too, nigga. I'm gonna say that too. I'm the last person to worry about race, my nigga. I always hated that shit, nigga. Anybody I know me, nigga. I got my whole family is sprinkled about. I got Filipinos, Hispanics, whites, Asians, Indian, all that shit, nigga. I'm like half Indian, nigga. Well, yeah, I can say half Indian, nigga. My last name is Thrash, my nigga. It's an Indian last name, my nigga. Like my whole family is mixed with all type of fucking shit. I don't believe in racial. I believe that we are in this country. I love my country, nigga. I love this shit. I can't go to Africa. Them niggas will kill me on sight, nigga. I love America, nigga. That's why I wanted that shit to get better. That's why I want the shit to get better, nigga. Like, so if we sit there and ignore all these problems, even you think I didn't look up that white guy who got shot, that nigga who was getting termites out of a hotel. The police got called over there. This nigga got killed because the fucking police officer told him to crawl to him, and he slipped and fell in the fucking cop. Shot his ass.
I know you're talking about that YouTube video that went viral. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about race with me. It's about niggas with guns that's a little bit too trigger happy. That police officer had a gun. He wrote on that gun something like "you fucked up" or some shit like that. Like basically like wrote some shit like he wanted to shoot this man with a semi-automatic weapon.
Gave him no chance to respond. Just literally had an assault rifle at his face.
Nigga.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? How about that?
No, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Stopped in Atlanta, man. How about the dude they stopped in Atlanta? He had child support on his ass, and he ran out the car, but the cop stop, shot him in the back and killed him.
Well, see, that's one thing. In my opinion, they turned into a legal gang. They could do whatever the fuck they want, okay? And it's like whatever. Like I had a cop stop me. I was coming back from the store. I just had, you know how you go for a routine checkup at the doctor, have your blood drawn. I had the thing there. This motherfucker, and he was white, okay? Had his hand on the gun, looking in my car. What's that? And I said, I just took it off my arm. I had blood work done. You want to see the thing? You want me to take it to my doctor? I could drive you right there. Tried to stop me because he said I didn't have my seatbelt on, which I did. I won it in court. But he was he had his hand on going ready to shoot my ass.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Over a little piece of cotton that had medical tape on it that I took off my arm because it was driving me nuts.
And the funny part is right here. Brew City. Yo, Brew City. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. Name the percentages of actually Black Americans and actual Latin Americans and all the entirety of all the cultures on this country, and correlate that to how many white people have been shot by cops, and you'll be astounded at how the numbers are very low for all white men. Very, very low.
That I'll agree with you on, and I'll give you one instance where the woman was parked in a parking spot. She had a child in the bag. It was a black couple. He saw the white dude harassing his woman. He came to him. He was not armed. Okay, he was not armed. The white dude shot him, killed him in front of his family, and they said it was self-defense. How was it self-defense? He was unarmed.
Exactly.
And all because of
it's like when they saying dude was in a fighting position and he got shot. And he wasn't in a fighting position. He had his hands up, complying. Like, come on, man.
And this nigga Bruce City, I'm reading this nigga comments talking about he worried about getting killed by another niglet.
All right.
Hold on. Let me
wait.
I'm not even going to
hold on 1 second before you continue, Thrash.
What is with dudes in the trolling? I don't get
it. Listen. I don't think that's the person. I think it's somebody using his name trolling. Ban that motherfucker because he don't talk like that. So ban that bitch. But Thrash, go ahead and say what you gotta say. But that bitch is getting big because you ain't talking that shit in my stuff.
I'll say it like this.
You want the dibs on that one? You want to block?
Yeah. Let me say this a little something, man. 40 years ago, the tables were turned, weren't they? Like black people was more worried about being killed by white people than pigs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know how that feeling is. Trust me, black people have felt that shit, and I still feel it with the cops. The same way you feel about getting killed by black people, I feel that way about the fucking police and black people and white people and Hispanic people. I live in the ghetto.
Any person with a weapon,
anybody with a weapon can get your ass. It doesn't fucking matter. Exactly. Don't break shit down into a single race, especially. I mean, I assume that you're being white or acting white. If you are, understand that the way you got this country was through a whole lot of killing, my nigga.
Exactly.
So it's like I mean, it's stupid
and
to
the
continue.
Deprivation and the funny part about it is, bro, that they deprived the actual Indian culture of this land.
Yeah,
they actually destroyed the culture of all the Cherokee Indians, all the factions, all the clans that were here that were all Indian. They actually they're killing them off slowly. So Bruce City, my dude, I'm gonna say this right now in front of everybody. If you want to catch these hands, just name the place and the city where you at, and I'll go directly there, and I'm gonna teach you what it is to be culturally empowered.
I ain't getting no damn 40-hour road trip, but
Oh no, I'll take the trip, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'll take some time off from my job and just lay the powerful hands of the Almighty.
The way I see it, man, niggas been whipping niggas' asses for a long time. That shit ain't helping. Motherfuckers need to be motivated. That's what this nigga needs. This nigga need education more than anything. You need to figure out that, nigga, we here together no matter how you look at it, no matter what you say, we are here together. And if you ever want to be happy, you will accept that fact. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, slaves had to accept the fact they had to live with the same people who enslaved them, who killed their people.
Yep.
I don't mind it at all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's over with over half of the people who done did the shit already done passed away somewhere. So I can't pass down what other people did on the people that are here now. You can't do that shit. You can live life in hell that way.
You can only do that when they're pushing it off on you again.
Yeah. Shit don't make no damn sense, man. I don't understand the racial shit.
Man. And all the trolls, man. Like,
you know what? Yeah, they're getting crazy. But my thing is that these people need to go back to school and learn a proper fucking education and find out what's going on. These people are not educated enough. Find out. You can go overseas. You don't see this shit where people are fighting each other because of skin tone.
Nah, you really don't. Not as much. There's certain areas
you got
in the world
some,
that you still have,
but not like here.
Nah, mostly all the other countries are already banding with each other. Bro, you got people going from the Philippines to Arabia to work in Arabia. That's the funny part about it. You got people going to fucking Australia, living in Australia and learning the culture over there. It's the same thing when you go to every part of the world. You learn the culture, you learn the language, and you become part of it. Just the same way as the European settlers that came to this piece of the land, which is called America, they actually didn't know jack shit about the forestry or how to even build the fucking proper fort. And guess what? The Cherokee Indians taught them how to do all of that. They taught them how to fucking even through the winter, how to survive through the winter, because they didn't know.
And what they do to them, Carlos?
They castrated them. They killed them off. They did the things that were not that a normal human being with a certain level of intelligence would not do it to another human being unless if you felt threatened because they knew more than you. And that's the sad reality. These settlers were very scared at the fact that the Indians were more capable than them at surviving. So they took all of that knowledge and used it against them. And guess what? That's what we have today. That's where all of this bullshit spans from. It's just, there has to be a point in time where people have to acknowledge one another and just say, you know what, I love you. Even though I don't understand.
Y'all gonna send that Aaron Spaglis or whatever invite to the chat? He saying he want to explain. I don't know what he talking. What he trying to explain the situation about.
No, you can write. No, you can.
He can come to my channel. This podcast ain't even about all that. That's why I was like, nah.
No,
you can come to my conspiracy channels. You can come holler at me all day. You can come holler at me because I'm being real disciplined right now. Nah. I ain't tripping, man. I like not even round table, man. I was gonna put them on my conspiracy channel. That one they can flag all the fuck they want, so I can get to say what the fuck I want to say. No. But I mean, I don't got a problem with. I always want to hear the other side of people's stories, my nigga. Like I never judge until I hear some. You just saying some fly ass shit that sounds stupid as fuck. You telling people not to fuck each other. That's dumb. You tell me not to get no pussy, I'm automatically upset, nigga. So, yeah. But if you got a valid reason, my nigga, I don't mind hearing it, my nigga. But just make sure that shit makes sense.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Titan.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta go. My phone's almost dead.
All right, Fatal, take it easy, my brother.
Fatal, take it easy.
All right.
Thanks for having me on the show. Later there, Ryan, Thrash, fucking Carlos, and of course Playbox, who never speaks on here. God damn it. And of course, you there, Miss Princess.
Of course. Did you bow? Did you bow?
Of course.
You better have bowed.
Of course.
Fucking A, man.
Fucking A, brother, man. Fucking A. All right, later, guys.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, likewise. Peace out, guys.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just crazy how these people just get so stupid in this world that they don't even realize what's going down, what's happening. They don't know where we came from, where they came. They don't even. You know what's funny? These people who are talking this shit don't even know where they came from. They don't even know. Ask about their family tree. It's just like they'll call people. Like I said, I hate that word interracial. But okay, then if you're I don't know, Italian and German, that's mixed. So that should be interracial. Just because you both got white skin, that's still interracial. You're not sticking with a German or an Italian, so that's interracial too. What's the big fucking deal?
There should be no deal.
You want to talk shit? Let's talk it. This is what that's why I do this podcast. I keep it separate. I do some little bit of gaming, but that's calling out people and making them look like losers as always. But that's why it's called Here We Go with That Chit again. Because I didn't want to combine both podcasts. So I told y'all I'd be coming back September, and I'm back.
I'm back, people.
I'm back, and you ain't gonna fuck with me. You ain't gonna fuck with my friends, and I'm gonna tell you, you wanna fuck with the gaming community, I'm gonna be on your ass. That's all it is. It's what I do.
That's real right there. That's real talk right there.
It ain't gonna happen. You especially fucking with real gamers and talking dumb shit like you know what you're talking about. Like I said earlier, there's an 81-year-old woman, 81 years old, gaming. Okay, she
playing Skyrim. It's playing Skyrim, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, this woman is 81 years old playing. There's another one 60-something that plays Call of Duty. And let me tell you something. Get in a match with her ass. She's almost 70 years old. Get in a match with her ass.
I bet you, 7-year-old woman, you ain't recovering.
Let me tell you something. She'll flank your ass. I watched her play. I watched that bitch flank and do all that shit. Yeah, that one was fucking. She was crazy. She was like at every corner. She was like watching. She's like, "Oh, I'll get you."
You know, be some crazy shit. If we had like a legit trio of like, you know, women of that stature. Like for example, you said one's good at Call of Duty, one's good at Skyrim. If all we're missing is one that's good at fighters.
That's it.
That's all we're missing right there. You notice that shit? That's all we're missing.
Well, I'm not sure. It was another one.
Oh, damn.
It was actually another
just got
one.
Spider-Man confirmed.
What happened?
Oh, it's confirmed. Oh, Spider-Man confirmed.
Are you serious?
I'm about to go pick that up. Not right now though. It's not there yet, but it's on its way.
All right, you ain't going nowhere until I say you can go. All right.
I ain't tripping. Nigga, I'll plug this phone up, nigga. It's nothing.
You know I'm gonna mess with your ass. I always do.
This nigga intercepted the shipment. That's what happened.
Yeah, they let me know.
Oh shit!
Because it's two locations where I got disconnect at, and the first location got it already, but I ain't driving all the way down.
Yeah, they intercepted the damn truck. I bet you pay extra, don't you?
Nah, hell no.
Man, I already did my pre-order.
They paid me to play. I got Veratron's Spider-Man and my Spider-Man already locked down. I'm gonna send
I know somebody who fucking charges extra. He like, yeah, I can get it early for it, but it'd be $80. Like, nigga, please.
Nah, man, it's not that serious, fam.
So, he's like $80. So I'm like, okay, what for? Is a collector edition? Like, nah, just a regular fucking.
Oh, no. It's a dub on that, bro. It's a dub on that. Nah, we not doing them type of tricks, man. Hell nah.
What's the setup?
Nah, super setup, bro. Like $80. What, you gonna take a $40 a $20 profit for a $60 game, bro? Come on. True, man.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Some crazy shit.
81-year-old woman flanking niggas in Call of Duty. Damn.
Not even that. That one was that was when I started watching her. That was 2 years ago. She was like 67, so she's 69, flanking people in Call of Duty. Yeah.
I was gonna say you said 81.
Nah, and there's a crew, and there's a crew, and there's actually another crew too that plays CS:GO on tournaments, and they actually whoop ass. The oldest of the crew, he's like almost damn near to in his 90s, and he's playing Counter-Strike Go, bro, on level competition. Like, that's crazy. That tells you exactly where gaming is at with certain people. It never gets old. You never get tired of it, and you just enjoy it for what it is, man.
Yep. Oh man, I cannot fucking wait. We got 2 days, man.
You know what's crazy? People don't even get that. Don't just because you turn a certain age, you don't sit back and say, "Oh, all right, I'm older now." I hate when people even in their 40s say they're old.
Nah, you're not old.
All right, and then they hit. No, I've seen it, and I see people in 50s. Oh well, I'm old now. And when I sit in the back of the rocket chair, fuck that shit. Age is just a fucking number, okay, guys? All it is a number. You're as young as you want to be. You see these people in their fucking 90s living a life, playing games, and doing all that shit. Oh, speaking of that, there was what's his name? I can't think of his name. Shit. He's this black dude, and his wife is sick. She has a brain tumor. He walks. He's 91 years old. No, wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Let me think. 99 years old. He does push-ups every day. He walks 6 miles every day to the hospital to see his wife, who is like not conscious.
Damn, that's dedication, man.
He's a hero in his town. I forget his name. Oh, I wish I remembered his name. This guy, I watched the thing on YouTube, and I was so inspired by this guy. He's like a hero in the town. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows him. He like, and he don't dress like no fart either. All right. He don't dress like, he dresses normal. He works out. I watched him do his push-ups. This motherfucker does some push-ups. He's 99 years old doing fucking push-ups.
Nah, that's crazy.
And he said, crazy. I'm going to live. That's my wife. And I'm going to live as long as she lives. And without her, I'm nothing. And I love her so much. He walks 6 miles. They have children. But sometimes the child can't get them because the daughter is a distance away. So he said, I'm not waiting for her. I'm going to go see my wife. And we've seen him in the hospital. I've seen him in a hospital room and everything else. She's on a respirator and everything right now. She goes in and out the hospital. She goes in and out of it. And it was like, I had tears in my eyes. I was watching this dude, and he was like just living for her and for life. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And he looked damn good. He didn't look like no 99 years old. He looked like maybe he was in his 60s, but not no 99. Motherfucker looked good as hell for his age.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if I think of his name, I'll put it up on Twitter. So watch my Twitter. I'll try to find it again and put it on Twitter, and you guys could check him out.
Yeah,
We'll do.
Yeah, because he was amazing. He was amazing.
Yeah.
And everybody was just loving him. He was walking down the street, everybody was stopping their cars. I mean, companies were doing it, people were doing it, and just talking to him, and it was crazy. It was actually brought tears to my eyes, to see somebody fighting that long. They were married for over 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And crazy. It was crazy. And he'll walk in there and tell, give me a kiss, give me some sugar, and he'll give her kisses, even though she can't, respond, and tell her how much he loves her and what she means to him. And it was like, damn, this is crazy. But it just goes to show, I'm talking about, even though I was talking about gaming, there's people in life that do this. And he goes about his life. So that would bring me back to gaming. Bringing up this is that, why can't you just go on with your life? Why do you gotta always I just remembered his name. Luther Younger. Look up his thing. Because
Luther Younger. Yeah. See Jairus.
Luther Younger.
Oh.
Yeah, but this brings me back to gaming. I knew it would come to me sooner or later. I knew it was Younger something, but I couldn't remember the first name. But anyway, yeah, look him up. But that's bringing me back to gaming. Why can't you just play your games and get on with life? Why do you got to worry about what everybody else does in life? It's not your life; it's their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's 99 years old. 99-year-old.
You know what's so funny, Time for?
What's that? Carlos?
You know what's the funny part about this? It's just the simple fact of composure and acceptance, right?
Mm-hmm.
The composure for them is to be acknowledged by everybody else that the Xbox brand is the best brand in gaming. And that's where the fault is at. No company is better than the other because all companies have their faults and their positives.
Yep.
The only thing is now that Sony, being the way that they are capitalizing.
I see he a former Marine too. That's pride right there. See, number of respect for dude.
They're capitalizing on what made them sell consoles in the first place. They're capitalizing at the fact that the fans are actually asking them to make these great games, to develop these great games, and to actually outsource these ideas to the general public. That's what really hurts them. That Microsoft is not taking that step forward. They're talking that Microsoft is innovative. Yes, Microsoft is innovative in the term of game services to the general public. But as a company, all right, as a company as a whole, the game division for Microsoft is not innovative enough because it shows exactly where they at in the gaming industry. They're in third place. They're always going to be in third place unless they think outside of the traditional box that is Microsoft's business practice.
Yeah. My other thing is though is that it's not only about I said it was bringing me back to gaming, but it's also about life. Okay? This man goes about business. He don't care about nobody else. So why, when you walk out the street, does somebody care who you with, who you're talking to, where you live, where you work, how much money you make? Why don't you just go about your own life and live your life? Don't stop being out. That's what would make this world a better place, and some of the racism and all that bullshit would stop. Just lead your life. I mean, if you want to be a person that's racist, well, then you know what? Just go to your own little, find a state, go be there, be your asshole selves, and let us live our lives.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? That's not gonna go away because, as you know, as always with everything in life, you got people that are just not born into racism; they're taught racism, and that's where that's where the problem is at.
What's up, Chris Koba?
Racism is something that can be abolished in terms of, of teaching, but there are some people that are always going to follow it because that's what they're taught.
All right, but what I'm saying is that for those people who listen to these people who weren't brought up that way and all of a sudden become that way when your parents didn't bring you up that way, you all need to rethink your shit, and the world would be a better place. There'd be less shit going on than you're gonna have majority, but like somebody said before, who's the most popular race? But by a certain time, with all the intermingling, okay, you're gonna be a mute point. So why don't you cut your shit out now?
And not only that,
you're gonna have a small majority. You're gonna have a small majority that are gonna keep doing that. But then after a while, people are gonna branch out, and then it's gonna be like, what are you gonna do? Incest to keep it going?
That's crazy. But
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny, but it is what it is.
And to point out another thing, if many of you in the panel have you watched American History X, is one of the best movies that iterates the inner workings of wiring.
That part when he stomped dude's face, that's
crazy. That's retarded. But
what was it called?
American History X.
Yeah, and this is a part in the movie that's fucked up where he held dude at gunpoint and he told him to put his jaw on
the curb.
Bite the curb, and he stomped his head. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Caved it in. And the funny part about it is, right, he went through so much hardship in jail that being a white supremacist didn't amount to nothing, because even the white supremacists in jail did not acknowledge him. And that's when he started to realize that it wasn't worth it to be in a society.
Oh, now you're saying it. Yeah, I remember it. Yep.
Yeah, he legit got fucking. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that
but
dude.
See, that's the thing. You're not going to be accepted. You could think just because somebody has a group, like you said, the white supremacists, they have a group. It doesn't mean because you act like them, they're going to accept you. Okay, you could be. It's like people go out there and they join gangs. Okay, I'm a gang member. It doesn't mean the gang you want to join is going to accept you.
Nah, not all the time. And
it just is what it is. It is what it is. You're not going to be accepted in everything in life, even though you try to act like that. That's my point. Don't try to act like something that you're really not just to be accepted.
It's fucked up too. They scared to make movies like that again that really show you like the hardships and the real like sadistic shit. Like, you notice how movies back in the 90s traumatized the fuck out of us. Like, everybody remembers Menace to Society. I remember that shit.
Yeah, that movie was crazy.
That movie traumatized the shit out of everybody.
But what I'm saying is people just need to be themselves. Believe in yourself, for one. Believe in your beliefs in your heart of hearts, instead of letting your mind just listen to somebody else, or because I want to follow the crowd. I'm not going to have friends if I don't follow the crowd. I don't give a fuck about friends, okay? I'm going to be me. You're going to accept me for who I am, or you can go kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm not about that life. I'm about being me and doing me and doing what's right in this world.
It's all about what
living the way I'm supposed to. Yeah, but that's the problem in the world today. People don't know. People are I don't know if they're punks or whatever, and they need to try to act like they're somebody else and believe that they're somebody else in order to try to fit in. Stop trying to fit in somewhere.
Hey, fucking voice legend. When he said higher, I know y'all remember Higher Learning, but I mean, there's Higher Learning, there's Boys in the Hood. There's too many movies back then that just still to this day like are impactful as hell, because they're just like that type of shit happens every day.
Yep. I mean, look at
and people don't see that. They see it as a joke. Some people like go, "Oh, look, I'm gonna watch the Ricky scene over and over," but they fail to realize that type of shit happens every single day. There are kids who lose their lives who were born athletes. Like, I don't know if y'all heard about that when dude was dating an older woman. She was an older white woman. He was a black kid dating an older white woman, and they found him after he left home for a little bit for a little jog. They found him behind these little trailers. And he was hanging from a swing set, covered in fire ants, wearing a pair of shoes that were too small for him.
Damn.
Meaning they killed him, took his Jordan because he had some expensive Jordans on. They heard about the interracial relationship. They killed him, took his shoes, and hung him from the you know what I'm saying? Hung him up from the swing set. The evidence points that he was killed somewhere else, but he wasn't actually killed there on the scene. He probably strangled somewhere else, and then
they put him there. Yeah,
and they put him there. And here's the crazy part: he's in between 3 to 4 trailers, and you mean to tell me nobody heard commotion outside about this kid being hung?
Of course they did. Commotion? No, of course they did. Everybody turns a blind eye. That's the problem. That's the problem. People turn a blind eye, and that's another thing that needs to stop. If you see something fucked up going on, you need to do something about it. All right? You need to do something
you're
about
right, Alex. It was a slave movie that came out a few years ago. It was called 12 Years a Slave. People were outraged over that. Everybody was giving it Golden Globe, saying it was a perfect example of how the hardships of that, African Americans dealt with. But a lot of people were facing outrage over that shit. Actually, in fact, I don't even think it was that. It was Birth of a Nation. That's what that was. It's Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, Birth of a Nation.
Because they saw the white oppressors being killed. They didn't like that shit. But it was actually facts. That's how it worked. That's how it worked,
man. But you know what? You can't do something to somebody and not expect retaliation. Okay? It's just what it is. Okay? But in today's society, it's just like Dan. You do something against somebody does something to you, okay? You can't defend yourself because then you're in trouble. Like you're talking about that girl that was raped and she killed the person that was raping her over and over again. And she got 2 consecutive lives in jail. She's 15 years old, kept getting raped. She finally, found a weapon, killed this motherfucker, and
they gave her like 3 life sentences. So
sad. Come on, come on. See, now that's something else. See, these are
if he was a black man, Timefall, she would have gotten off.
No, and what if, and
probably
on top of that,
that's the sad part. So that's what I'm saying. It was just because it was a white man who did this. Oh,
Well, it's like the guy said.
And what if he would have? What if it would have been the other way around?
Killed this I forgot his name, but it went viral because he's an older guy. He had on glasses and he's in court and he's crying because he sees the man who murdered his son, and he's on the stand saying he's like crazy. He wanted to plead that he was crazy, and he's like, "You wasn't crazy because you kept shooting my son when his back was turned against you." You know what I'm saying? Underneath the car.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Crazy.
That is it.
I remember
that right there. It's another one. Another example.
But what I'm saying, I agree with you guys because just like I said before, the guy that had the gun arguing with the woman who had a child and her husband comes out or boyfriend, whoever it was, their man, whatever it was, got killed, and they're saying it was self-defense. How is it self-defense? The other person was unarmed. He was unarmed. So how were you afraid for your life? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, you just got some people that since they have a weapon and since they're in a free state, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But guess what? You still have a weapon and you're taking the life away of a person. A punch to the face is not going to take your life away. Even if the guy hit him, that would have been assault regardless of the fact that he would have went to jail regardless.
Right.
But you claiming that you were claiming self-defense when in reality there was nothing to even.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know what happened? He actually took the lives of 3 people.
Exactly.
Because one's buried. One's buried. A child saw it. You don't know what psychological effects it's going to have on that child when they grow up. And the woman, you don't know what she's going to do. What she's going to turn out to be after that happened. She could become somebody that is overprotective and decides to get a gun and start shooting other people. You don't know that. So you actually took the lives of 3 people with shooting somebody.
Yeah, and that's the sad part about what people don't understand. Like when you see these atrocities being done to other human beings, the psychological effect of it, that's where the wrong part starts. Because at any moment, this person can have a mental breakdown that causes them to just react to just
anything.
Hey, everybody's my enemy. I gotta defend myself. Or fuck this. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
They could be in the grocery. They could be in the grocery. They could be in the grocery store and somebody actually bumped them and they think something else is going down. They start fucking somebody up.
Yeah. And it triggers a defense.
Yep.
It triggers of a defense prerogative because it is what it is. Somebody took the life of somebody that was close to me, that was dear to my heart, and now I'm gonna retaliate. I don't trust nobody, and that's where people need to start realizing. Don't create animosity, man. Create peace. Create an environment where everybody can treat each other with respect. And if you have differences, talk it out. Don't try to say I'm better than you because I'm white, or you're better than me because of it. No, try to talk your differences out. Listen, I feel this certain type of way, and you're gonna be surprised at how very similar we are to each other in terms of beliefs and respect. Like that's the sad part about it. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yep. Well, this podcast is going on for a long time. I'm going to end it with this note. Stop taking shit so seriously, people. And I'm going to go back because, especially when it comes to gaming, I'm bringing back to gaming where they were playing, what was it, Madden, and those people got shot because some motherfucker was a sore loser.
Right.
Okay. And 2 innocent people lost their lives. One of them had a child and was married. Okay. I did see the footage where I saw the laser right in the guy's chest, the black guy's chest. That creeped me the fuck out. And then it went off. Thank God it went off because I would have seen somebody killed. I don't want to see that. I don't. But you're talking about gaming. It's a game, people. It's not real life. It's not like your family was in danger and you had to protect them, okay? Or your life was in danger. It was a game. Get over it. Everybody loses. I lose in games. I'm not going out there to shoot somebody. Guys, get a grip on life, okay? Stop trying to hurt each other in gaming and in life, and just live your own life. Live your own life.
Life's too short.
Live your own life. It is. It's too short. You may think it's a long time, but in the essence of things, you're just dust in the wind. All right? That's all you are. Exactly. It's shorter than you think. It's shorter than you think. You could walk out tomorrow and a car could run your ass over.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You could walk out tomorrow and there'd be a drive-by and you get shot. You could walk out tomorrow and somebody have a bad attitude.
Right, one of us cannot be here tomorrow. I mean, it's
exactly. It is. It is that simple. It is that simple. Okay.
People don't get that. That shit don't process. That's why, when motherfuckers, especially when they go after you, what I'm saying, whether it be Twitter or whatever, I'm like, dog, you motherfuckers are missing a valid point here. This shit ain't that serious.
It's not. It's not that serious.
Just like you can call her X amount of things, right? But last time I checked, you know what I'm saying, this same person that you guys can hate can be a sweet person to you in the long run. Especially if you made a video saying, hey, I just lost my mother. Who's to say that person wouldn't come to your video and say, my condolences type of shit? You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers are weird in this community.
Yeah, you got some people that are just plain retarded, man.
Weird.
All right, speaking of that, you brought something up. I'm going to do it real quick. When my mom was real sick, and I did videos, and I put my heart out because I didn't think she was coming home again. It was from January to, that's why I started my podcast. It was like 2 years ago. I prolonged doing my podcast from January. She didn't come home until the day before Mother's Day. She went from the hospital in ICU to a rehab, back to ICU, back to a rehab, back to ICU. I didn't think she was ever coming home. And I put my heart out. And you know what people said to me?
What they said?
They told me she should die because she had me. She should have aborted me.
Wow. You see, now those type of assholes, those are the type of people that I feel like punching in the mouth, bro. I ain't gonna hold you on that.
This thing called karma. Karma always finds its way to those type of motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, it really does.
But you know what? To all those motherfuckers, she been home, she's thriving, and she hasn't been back in the hospital since. So fuck y'all.
Exactly.
Fuck y'all,
man. Nah, and God bless. God bless.
And she loves me.
There you go.
And I love
and the thing
her.
is this, just remember this. Even if she were to pass, she's not gone. She lives on through you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. And I'm gonna tell you something. There were people that did stick by me with this. That I actually put her on speakerphone. Back then, and people were wishing her well and always send me well wishes. I had a whole party, and I put the phone by the headset, and they were talking to her and said, "We're glad you're home. We're glad you're well, and all this." And she said, "Thank you for all your prayers and all that." She actually talked to some of my friends online.
Wow, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, It was a moment I'll never forget. Yeah, it was beautiful. I actually cried because it was so beautiful. But yeah, she got to talk to some of the people that I had in the party and say what she had to say. So it was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? But at that note, what we're saying, guys, to you all, what we're here saying on the panel is just be true to yourself, basically.
Don't let plastic rule your life. There you go.
And not only that, don't let other people rule your life.
Facts.
Don't try to be somebody you're not. Okay? Be true to yourself. If somebody wants you to act like a certain way, say, "Hey, no, motherfucker, I ain't like that."
Yep.
And if they don't like you, fuck you. You'll find somebody else who does. I'd rather be alone than be with people trying to make me somebody I'm not. And that's the way you should live your life, because after a while, you will find people who believe the same thing you do. Okay? Exactly. With that being said, we're going to do some outros. Okay? And first of all, I want to thank my panel very much for coming in here, and the people who joined later on. Okay, I really do want to thank you. You made a lively podcast. We all talk some real shit, which is what I'm about. Whether it comes to gaming or real life, that's what I do. And as you can see, I got people who do the same thing. Okay, this is real.
Exactly.
This is not scripted. This is real. We speak our mind. And we agree to disagree. Nobody agrees on the same shit. Okay? Nobody does here. That's the people you need to listen to. People. That's who you need to listen to. The people who agree to disagree. Like there's games that Ryan will play or Carlos will play or King Thrash will play that I don't want to play. But I don't bash him for it.
Exactly.
Man, do your thing. And then I may play.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know me. I might give a little flag. Like, who plays that shit?
yeah, but you're not. You're still friends. You're not bashing nobody. That was the point. And King Thrash knows. You know, he thinks he can whoop ass all the time, but he knows he's a sloucher. But because he ain't talking, and he got his mic muted, I don't even know where the hell he is there now. So I'm gonna talk shit about him because he can't do an outro. So fuck you, Thrash. Man, no, let me stop.
Hey. Nigga, I've been talking this whole time. I thought you was ignoring me and shit. I'm like, damn, okay, I guess you want to get that out real quick.
No, you were muted. Yeah. No,
I didn't even know, nigga. I thought I unmuted myself. I'm over here.
Let's back into the outro. You been telling me for the past 30 minutes you've been talking.
Man,
not know you
I'm working and on the podcast at the same time. I didn't know. I forgot I muted myself. I'm over here saying shit. I'm like, oh, she must want to get off there because she's, because you were still talking.
I would have known something was on if everybody's just talking. What the man?
Yeah, I'm over here looking at the comment section and shit. I'm telling Vera,
hey, dog, God
damn, easy. This she talking about? Yeah, he can't hear me. I'm like, wait, what? Like he ain't saying nothing. I'm like, I am saying shit. What? Let me.
Oh, shit. Hey, let me go ahead and go first real quick.
Do you know what the problem was? I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. He may have had it muted. He knew it was muted because he wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. He was out there. He was out there because he was talking all this shit about nobody saying what he can have, what he can't have. He was out there getting him some, and he had to mute it so nobody would hear him.
Nigga, you crazy? I'd still be muted.
Hey, let me go ahead and be the first one because I definitely gotta get on out of here. Hey,
go ahead, Ryan.
I appreciate the invite. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. As you guys clearly see, I don't be around as much, but these people are my family. Even fucking King Thrash here. We don't talk as much, but I love these fools and that nigga right there. So shout out to everybody up in there. Carlos, everybody, you can catch us on the RGT podcast, which will be Friday. Hey, Thrash, you want to invite? Let me know. I'll shoot you on your way. But definitely, you guys want to see a corporate slave get destroyed, which happened last night? Go check it out on the channel. Ryan the Professional versus Dealer Gaming. Have a good one.
Free smoke, free smoke, free smoke.
I'm out, my brother. Later.
Ryan, before
what's up?
Ryan, before you go, I still gotta talk to you. All right, we gotta get together about the podcast stuff you want to talk to me about.
Okay.
All right. I didn't forget. We're working on it. All right. So, Carlos, go ahead.
Hey, man. As always, man, it's your gamer by choice, not by trend. Carlos Fernandez, a.k.a. Type R87. Yo, check me on the RGT podcast. And as always, love and peace for all. Yo, King Thrash. Peace be with you, my brother.
Always.
And you know how it is, man. Always, man. Mad love for everybody, man.
All day.
Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Craig, because I already know, Mr. Ryzen CPU is going to be like, where's my...
Ryzen.
Shout out to Craig.
So is Playbox going first? Oh, a moment is silent.
I haven't heard Playbox since he jumped in there. All I saw was Avatar. That's the thing.
Man, quiet, man. Like, you got to...
I have not heard shit.
I think he put it on mute. He probably fell asleep.
Yo, I hope he fell asleep. If he had his shit muted this whole time he's been talking...
No, I think he fell asleep.
Oh, come on, man.
Snoring.
But anyway.
Damn.
Next we got Mr. King Thrash. Go ahead.
You know how the king is in. Nigga, how y'all niggas doing? What's up, support niggas? Thomas, nigga, shut up. Nigga, but y'all niggas know what it is, man. I'm not gonna really cut y'all niggas out. It's just fuck the chat. Fuck all y'all niggas in here. Koi, nigga, don't get on my bad side, my nigga. We had a good panel as usual. Good talk, man. Good topics, even some racial topics. I'm always with the racial topics, especially with Titanfall's old black loving ass. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, we had a good time, man.
I'm not gonna make a meme out of that finger. Good shit, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, nigga, she was smacking them and shit. I mean, I was picturing smacking lips. I'm like, ooh, okay. Oh,
yo, that man. Come on, man.
All right.
Try to paint pictures that we can't see, man.
The following podcast has been rated R.
She don't get in trouble. She don't get in trouble. But check out my channel if you want to. If you don't. If you don't know where my channel is, nigga, I put it in the chat. Nigga, do what you do, my nigga. Shout out to the Roundtable Podcast. Everybody in here, nigga. Y'all niggas know what it is. All right.
And that's all I got. I know it's all you got.
It's all.
But that was more than enough.
I'm about to go pick up Spider-Man. I don't know what y'all niggas.
You ain't picking up shit.
Guaranteed. Watching my channel today, you see me playing that shit.
But anyway,
embargo's lifted, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I want to thank.
Is it only for viewers or is it for everybody? The embargo.
I think it's for everybody. I think whenever an embargo is lifted, you can't get a strike for it.
No, I ain't trying to see no Kofi type shit right now. I really don't.
Nah, bro. If that's the case, I'm downloading that bitch tonight, man.
No, you're not. You're not. I'm getting it right now.
Can I get a word in edgewise on my podcast? Let me stop. Anyway, no, seriously, guys. We can do this in private chat if you want to keep chatting. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It's been a blast. You guys are an excellent additive to the podcast. I appreciate that. You guys got good insight. You talk real. You don't talk bullshit, which is what I want. Okay? So with that being said, I want to thank everybody in chat. Even you fucking trolls. I'm going to thank you. You know why? Because you still gave us a view, so fuck you. Anyway, but yeah, with that being said, guys, before you leave, hit that like button. Check out everybody's channels. And you're going to do that. You know why? Because if you don't get a cyber whooping, and because y'all love me, later.